And we are live. Yippee. How exciting. I would say it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to leave for home yet, but honestly, I have a feeling that a stream on my laptop would have been really annoying to watch and set up, considering that I only have one screen for
I mean,
OBS, Discord, Stream, Manager, and Nebulous. That would have been really fun to figure out.
I've been doing all this on one monitor.
Oh, well,
The entire tournament has been on one monitor.
I do apologize for your loss.
I could buy another one. I the treasury cannot bear such an expense, even for a shitty £80 one.
I see.
Um,
Okay,
but
that is
eventually,
that is completely fair.
eventually.
I'm misspelling everything again. I know how to use computers, I swear.
I don't think you do.
Uh, there may be some truth to that. Who nerd reacted my announcement? God damn it,
That would be
Tethys.
Tethys.
Alright, banned. I'm banning him.
Okay, let me adjust the team voice channels to be their limit of 5. I would like to avoid cringe.
But yeah, we are just chilling here, waiting for people to trickle in, and the both viewers and Neko, and also the players.
I mean, the players are downstairs right now, but I'm
Yeah,
giving them their time.
they're here.
It's funny that you have to turn on the whole persona this early.
The whole persona, yeah,
Yeah, the
I've got
little
to activate
persona.
streamer mode.
I'm just not gonna pretend. I'm just gonna, like, for this tourney cast, I'm just gonna be pretty relaxed, I think, in the event stage. Camera
Honestly,
far out, just basking in what's happening, and, because I want this to go on my YouTube channel, right? And I kind of want to keep it to, I haven't been uploading a lot of the just general gameplay footage, because I do want to keep it to higher effort, quote unquote, things.
oh, okay.
Uh,
I
Not
see.
saying that yours isn't high
I see
effort,
what
but
you're
I just mean
saying. I see what you're saying. All
I
right.
just want there to be a decent amount of editing and something worthwhile for me to be posting.
Honestly, that's
And
completely fair. My
the
my channel
semifinals and the final are that.
my channel is definitely not a my channel does not really feature heavy editing at all.
Although I've only got 3 videos on mine, so I need to upload a few more before I start talking. But that takes a lot of effort. Tournaments
Yeah.
being tiring.
That's fair.
But I'll do another probably, who knows.
Oh,
People
I
need
hope.
their tournaments, and there's one other person that I can trust in running a good tournament right now, or at least I have faith in.
Oh,
Not naming names. We're gonna have to wait for that person to announce it.
I see.
Um, if they will. There, of
Ooh.
course, will probably be a gap in of like a month or so before the next one starts because people need a slight timeout.
We need to wait
Um,
for the plushies to ship.
oh yes, the plushies. We've got the 2 Pikes Tube Kudas finished, and Math has made the torpedoes for the claymores and is going to be making the claymores soon. TM.
Oh, that's so great.
It is. It really is. Math done a good job of it.
Oh, they're
I'm
so
glad that
cute.
I asked
I
them.
like the little Velcro where you can put the mounts. That's so fun.
It is. I'm gonna have to prepare a ping in the Discord for. I'll do like. Well, I just do a ping at the time of rather than, yeah, there's no need to give them an hour ahead ping. People aren't prepping fleets or anything like that.
It's not even an hour. It's 25 minutes.
I know. But usually there would be an hour ahead ping for the event.
Didn't you do that in semifinals? Yeah,
Not
you hour 45 minutes. You pinged them.
no, that's no for the players I did, not for the viewers, I mean.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you're not plugging my Twitch channel anymore. Aw, I'm so mad. Total
You won't
loss.
do anything about it.
I know I won't. Hello everyone. Welcome in. We're filtering in slowly. Still we have like 25ish minutes before the tournament matches actually start up, so we can just hang out a little bit before we are waiting for Neko still. I do not know how to do the stream together thing that they want to do, so
It's a funny little button.
funny little button. Yeah, I see the button right there. It's on my quick actions menu. I've been Vassal's personal advertiser. Vassals is true.
In the Frost Discord, Noak has been posting the links to the tournament for me there, which I appreciate.
I
Although,
see.
I've been going around advertising the other places, as you do. Quote unquote advertising is posting it on Reddit, posting it on my YouTube channel in a post that probably no one looked at because I have 100 and something subscribers.
Oh, I
Um,
saw that post. I left a comment on it.
you did, it was very mean.
I know. It has gotten me reported for spam twice. Maybe don't get banned from servers. A little bit of advice. Sun's out. The roads will definitely be clear by the time this match is over. I don't even think that snowstorm was predicted either. I think it just kind of happened.
Things happen, you know. Like
Sometimes.
sometimes it
Sometimes.
rains, sometimes it snows, sometimes I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't have the energy to pretend or not make stuff up on the spot, you know. It's got to conserve it for this. Join us and watch our semifinal games on Discord. Yep. Blah 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 blah. I'm on at Scapegoat and at Go Boy Blue. That's not the person I meant to at.
Just add some random person on the main Nebulous server.
Uh,
Draft them into casting.
I would rather not draft someone in the casting. It would be nice to have a co-caster, I think. Um, nah, not today. We'll just do it. You two on your stage, and then you both get echoed to the caster box. Oh yeah, if you want to be able to hear each other, I have
Oh
to give
yeah,
you
yeah,
perms to speak in
yeah.
there,
Do
don't
have
I?
you fixed the perms in
Give me
Caster
one moment.
Box?
Permissions, add members or roles. Neko Boy Blue. I'll be glad that I remembered that before I
Yeah.
subjected you to
makes a
talking at a wall.
voice channel specifically for us to talk in and doesn't give us perms to talk in it.
Well, if
That's
anything, it's kind of just so that I know you're there and can shout at you if needs be.
oh, I see. That's why you didn't give us voice perms.
I mean, I just thought that it would give you voice perms. Assumed that staff
Interesting.
being able to view the channel would have the permissions to speak in it.
Well, when I first joined this server, I did see some classified channels that I wasn't supposed to. So
Hello, hello.
I didn't see that.
hello, Neko.
Hello, cat.
You currently live on Twitch there, Scape? Or
I am, yes.
oh, nice. Hello, everyone. Last minute getting my stuff together.
You still got 20 minutes. You're fine.
Yeah. Ready.
Oh, I appear to have run out of water. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, always good to stay hydrated. I should check my water really quick, actually.
Just filled my bottle thinking about that.
I've got enough. I'll be fine. I'll live.
Enough for the Vastfall to be happy? I don't know about that one.
I don't think there's enough water in Arizona to make Vastal happy.
You know, that's a good point.
We don't have water here.
Yeah. I went to Arizona once, like I said. My Canadian snow ass just completely melted.
Yeah. It gets slightly hot here. Just a little bit.
114 degrees is like I'm standing on the surface of the sun.
114 is low. It was 125 last summer.
What?
You know, above like 105, you just can't tell the difference anymore. Like, it's just hot.
Yeah, okay, cool.
There's a reason I like to stay inside in the summer. The real nightmare, though, is the temperatures are not conducive for AC units surviving. And so it's very common for AC units to break in the very high temperature summers, which is a fun experience.
I would need to go live for this thing, but I could show you how the streaming together thing works.
Yeah. You're going to have to show me how to do that
Yeah.
because I've never used it before.
Yeah. So it's pretty simple. I'll just send you like an invite thing once I've gone live. We link together for that. Then I hit a button that says shared chat, and then we have our two perspectives. We share viewership, and chatters can all talk to each other, and it's a good time.
Nice. Sounds simple enough.
It's surprisingly simple for like Twitch's stuff. Like sometimes they have some weird stuff, like the knock mechanic that nobody likes, but then Stream Together came out. It's like, oh yeah, this is actually good, cool.
I don't know. I haven't been streaming on Twitch for long enough to know how Twitch systems generally are.
Yeah, they've got a couple like quirks and bells and whistles and stuff here and there, but mostly it works.
It wouldn't be a modern day like application or program without a little bit of core system implementation.
Mm-hmm.
That just kind of comes with the territory nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. So. Invite. Let's see. Where are you on my list here? There. All right. So I need to add you on like that. So on Twitch side, you'll get a invite linky thing there.
Got a
pop
new
up your little
notification.
notification
There
box.
it is. Okay. I see. Okay. And this new page that opened is so we can share our mic input. Okay.
Yeah, so this
But-
is if you don't have a Discord call or something,
Right.
then you can go through Twitch's stuff. But honestly, everyone I know just blocks microphone and video access for this thing. It doesn't bother with it. The important one is the shared chat, which once I go live, we'll have that thing working. So
I see. Okay. Well, yeah, since we're in a Discord call, we don't really need that, do we?
yeah, no, it's fine.
All right.
Make sure everything is going here. The good news is that I don't have to worry about VTuber stuff because Vestal says no cat boys on camera. Personally, I think this is oppression, but
Oh no.
Wow, wow, wow.
What is Vastal's tournament?
It's more so
it's
I want
my
visual
tournament,
clarity
and
on
I
the
say I
stream.
dictate the cat boy presence.
Yeah, I mean, if
See, if I was
people
a
were...
seal VTuber, you would have no problems, but...
I know I still would have to do so, even if it was a seal.
Alright.
First of all, I think a seal VTuber is sacrilege to use the holy image of the seal and make it your own.
I see.
Distasteful.
Once again, going back to the picture I have of Vostel with the Mrs. Wife caption.
Did Sunny draw that one?
I
Yeah,
think
that was
that's
one of
Sunny,
Sunny's.
yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
Sunny
My
also
dog
did
is
the
barging through
pikes
the
that
door.
were really
Hello.
great. Good. I'm putting this in green room. You can't stop me. For the people on Twitch who are wondering, it's a picture of a seal, lovingly drawn, with some very nice orange hair and a sad expression, and the caption "Mrs. Wife" pointed to it.
I've seen the image. It's I think you showed it on stream the other day.
Yeah, got a couple of memes there.
What's a
Also, I was
Vastal?
just thinking, speaking of stream the other day, so we've got, these are going to be the semifinals. So we got the matches at, in my time zone, it's going to be 4 p.m. and then 8 p.m. for the next set. We've got a little bit of time to kill in there. Scape, did you feel like we wanted to do, like, I
No,
don't know,
these
some time
next
killer?
matches are next week. It's one semi-final game today, and then the next
Is-
one's
oh.
on the 22nd.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
sorry,
next
sorry,
weekend
I
when the
misread.
next. Yeah.
Right. we get the
Unfortunately, yeah. As I was telling Vastal, I was supposed to be out of town and on a laptop right now, but a snowstorm blew through and all the roads were frozen this morning. So I'm still on my desktop, but I will probably leave after this tournament match is done.
All right. I was going to ask if we wanted to subject ourselves to fleet reviews or something along those lines, but that's definitely
Oh, I
something
have a
we'll do
fleet.
some
I have a
point.
fleet for you. I have a fleet for you. You're gonna love it. It's
no.
amazing. It will be featured in a video that will be going live sometime next week.
Oh, wonderful.
We went to the hardware store.
Oh, no.
Uh,
You know, I gotta say, like, for fleet reviews and stuff, we've been doing that for a little bit there. I mean, I will, like, point you out a little bit. Like, yes, you took my bit, but you know what? Somebody's got to do
You
it,
know-
so hats off to you for doing
you know,
it.
it's such a good thing to do, right?
Yeah.
On like a nebulous stream.
There's
and,
so
like,
many,
it-
like, creative aspects people put out. It's like, all right, let's talk about these
Right.
things, like, common little mistakes somebody might make. It's like, oh, you forgot to check this box, or hey, you should maybe consider this option instead.
Right. And yeah, there aren't a lot of outlets for
Yeah.
getting reviews and ideas for how to improve your fleet in the nebulous community, unfortunately. I think both of our viewership, I think, sways a little bit more towards newer players too.
Yeah, and that's
So,
the important thing.
yeah.
It's like onboarding experience. We're still waiting on single player to kind of really kick off there and like get
Right.
the onboarding thing. So you get that plateau at first. And if you see somebody who's got like, hey, here's my Task Force Oak refit, it's like, okay, you've made these choices. This is a good thing to think about for
If
this
it's
thing.
if it's Bell's Task Force Oak refit, have you seen that fleet? Bell's
have not.
TF Oak refit? Oh god, it is horrible. There's
dear.
a several hundred point S3H A&M in there with like cluster decoys and stuff.
Sorry,
It's
several hundred points.
like 120, 130? I don't remember what the point value of
for
it
an
was.
S3H AMM.
Yes. It's
How?
I did. Good question. I think I still have it. I think I put it in I have a fleet folder called Bad Fleets, which is where I put all my
Here, I'll
funny
just
joke
look at your
fleets.
stream right this second. Okay.
Where
Tone of
is
shame.
Okay, yeah, I have 2 Task Force Oaks. I have this Task Force Oak.
All right. 2 battleships. Okay.
This definitely Task Force Oak, I swear.
Yep,
And
it's
then-
totally Task Force Oak. I see what they did with the guns in that. Yep,
and then this
master
is
module.
and then this is Bell Task Force Oaks. You'll immediately
Okay.
notice the railgun. don't-
Yep. Okay.
Don't know why that's
On the
there.
Front.
Uh,
All right.
Yeah. The funny communicator. I hardly know her for the comms jammer. Yeah. Do you like the comms jammer on the shoulder mount? Beautiful.
Okay. Actually, though.
A little based.
Oh, that's a hang up.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was an inner. Okay.
No,
that's
it's
a choice. Yes.
We also have small drives because of course we do. Why
Okay,
wouldn't
yep.
we have small
Because
drives?
yep, triple whip. You got to get there faster, right?
I
You got
don't
to
think.
make sure your
Oh, wait.
voxel.
How many plant control centers did you put in this thing? You put him in the nose, didn't he? Yep, you put him in the nose. Yep. It's compounding.
Well,
It's
yep.
adaptive radar receiver spyglass. Okay, that's not actually that bad. You can. That's usable.
Honestly, spyglass with ARR, I'd actually recommend that. Just
Right.
It detects things a little bit further.
The
out,
damage
sometimes that
control.
pesky shuttle or something you spot.
The damage control is a mess. We have a rapid and a
It
small.
exists.
Exists is a strong word. Three
It's technically
teams.
there. It hides the tip. Yeah.
I don't think you'll immediately notice the firing time for some of these munitions here. That's because I don't think there are like any buff modules in this thing. Oh yeah, there's 3
Okay.
ammunition elevators. Very epic.
All right.
All
How
right.
much 20 mil ammo did it say it had? Like 25 seconds worth or
20
something? So,
oh no. Well, have fun dying to craft. And then this is the worst one.
okay.
So we have a beam. I don't think there's any buff modules on that beam, is there? Oh no, he got 4.
Probably
He
not.
got 4 FPAs in here. Oh, I know why he got 4 FPAs in here, because that's one of them. I forgot that that was there.
Can I just get a check Discord channel
Prowler
just real
drive?
quick for a second here? A little quote from list that I have saved.
Oh,
It's in green room.
green room. Hang on. Fleet editor was a mistake, indeed. You haven't even seen. You haven't even, look at this. You can see it here.
Okay.
EO.
Beams,
do
450
you like the
backpack.
do you like the EO command val on that? Oh, beautiful. Makes
The name is what scares me more because I know that's a pyro missile. I can read the
no,
name
it's
and tell
not.
it's a pyro
It's
missile.
not.
So-
It's,
that's not a pyro missile.
118 point AMM with cluster decoys.
That does seem like something. Hang on. Well, I have to post even more memes. Give me a second.
Oh God! You
I
see,
have
it
a
says
lot of
it
memes
says
just
not
left over.
pyropes in the description, so it's obviously not pyropes.
Totally.
That's how it
Where did
works.
that missile beam go? Okay, here it is. You've got Gale. Yeah, so here you go. Another one is the green room, which is just now turning into my memes channel.
Gale spam is kind of good. Yeah, you put the air ride backup seeker on a Gale, and suddenly it becomes 20 times harder to counter.
It's like, hey, what if I just home on jam this thing?
Exactly.
All right.
All right, it
Tell you
looks
what,
like-
I'm just gonna go live with this thing and not explain anything. So I'll just hit fade, start stream. Yeah, there we go. We're starting tournament in like 8-ish minutes allegedly, so
Yeah.
we'll find that out.
Vestal's gathering the teams up top if you want to head up.
We can do that in a second. Let me just get this shared chat thing going. So I'm gonna hit start sharing chat, and then it must be live. I am live. Twitch, hello. Take a second. There we go. All right. So
There
now
we go.
what you're gonna notice is that we have shared chat. So if I talk in my chat, I should say something like hello. You should see it appear in yours as well.
Yep, there it is. Right,
Yes,
right
yeah.
below the. I'm assuming that's a spam message, is what that is.
Best viewers on. Hey, you're popular enough to get spam
Yeah, let's
messages.
go!
You made it, buddy.
Let's
Woo!
go! I'm so good. All right, how do we block this person? I don't know how to do that yet.
You want to remove that thing or?
Yeah, how do we?
Okay, so I'll help you out with this actually. So little gear icon. Actually, on your like stream mode, there should be a chat settings thing. You'll
I
have an option that says like
see,
show
okay.
moderator actions. Yeah.
Show Yep, it's clicked on.
So if you check that on, you'll see next to their thing is like a little trash icon. There's also a warning, a timeout button. You can do stuff there. So you should be able to just like trash that one and also ban them, and I'll hit them with spray bottle and all that.
I see. Okay.
You can also type /ban and then the name to
Bye bye.
autofill. There
Okay,
you go.
it's gone. Bye.
Welcome
No
to
spam in
Twitch.
chat.
Yippee.
Yippee! I'm so popular now. All right. Well, I'm just gonna leave this 118 point AMM up as I'm gonna go up to Skirmish Organization and
Yep, I
start
will be
listening.
right up and join you there. I just am going to do my stream setup stuff. So
All right, I will see you there.
5 minutes, and that's going to be the timer at which you have to ready up. Just to make sure that we don't have anyone sitting around waiting. 5 minutes is very generous. Both teams can start before that.
About what happened last time.
Yeah, no, it was quite annoying. So we'll do that.
Okay.
Um,
May I
Besides
just say
that-
that I think,
Hmm?
honestly, given all the constraints game that's running, generosity on your part is better than strictness. That is all. Anyway, Hi.
Right. Valley's no longer in the tournament because obviously it's messed up, so there's only 7 maps left. Decent selection though still. And well, I guess we're all here. There's nothing really else to go over. Does anyone have any questions?
No questions. Scathing commentary, yes, but no questions.
I'm sure you do, Kalma.
Yep.
Well, there's gonna be 2 different casts. I'll be on the event stage, and for Scapegoat and Neko, whenever we're on the event stage, I'll plug your streams. There's no need to do like a goodbye or anything like that before you go. Just head to the caster room when you're ready. And
Sorry, I'm muted. Oops.
whenever we have the games going, avoid saying anything in text chat, everyone, because there were some people saying so. Well, not text chat, in all chat. We did have one of the matches. I was watching one of the VODs.
Spectators stay spectating.
Well, yeah,
People in game
obviously.
say their stuff. Yep.
And everyone, could you please hop into the All Hands on Deck server? Only Xenophon is in here.
Oh, I have to close my 118-point AMM. Sad.
I really
On
wish
my
that
way.
Nebulous accepted the enter key on the password input field. Having to reach over and grab my mouse drives me slightly insane.
Does it not? Oh, it doesn't.
It does not.
That's bad.
Huh.
It's really frustrating.
Today I learned.
What's the password?
Password
hands.
is
Oh, it's with
Hands.
an S. I just heard hand.
okay.
Now we get 2 of them.
No. It's been cut off. Sorry.
Oh, rip.
And there we have Hunter. Very good. We have everyone here.
I
Xenophon's
did not
in
pull
the
up my cheat sheet for
fleet
today.
editor.
Whoops.
Let's see. I don't
Oh,
think we
so we
have
just-
any reason to delay any further. We'll head over to the event stage now. And we'll have Xenophon and Calmy on the event stage to choose for your teams.
Hi. See y'all in a bit.
Alright. Xenophon up here. Get Neko up here and Scapegoat.
Yippee.
Okay. And then I'll also do the ping.
Neko appears
Alrighty.
stuck in the audience.
Oh well,
Sorry,
we
I
don't
was
really need
tabbed
Neko
out
up here.
trying to sort out my stuff before I start stream.
Vanished to silence. Yeah, I know this round is gonna be milked.
I'm sure you'll all have great fun.
Oh, we're gonna have
One
fun.
moment, please.
It's gonna be milked. I agree with the milkman. To quote the dev man, it's a milk or be milked battle space out there.
Indeed. We have fun here.
Fun? In my Nebulous Fleet Command?
I didn't think it was possible.
Outrageous.
Alright. Waiting for the clock. 30 more seconds. Ah, screw it. I suppose I can break tradition and start it now. Hello, everyone. Oh my god. Hello to everyone watching. Welcome to All Hands on Deck semifinals. We've made it to our final 4 teams. We've got Cosmic Express and Limos here playing to get into the finals. I'd like to congratulate both teams for making it this far, and I'm going to ask one of the teams a very important question. Limos, heads or tails?
Tails.
And it is heads.
This coin has been heads every single time.
Russell, are you
So-
sure this
Flipping
isn't
a
a double-headed
double-sided coin.
coin?
I am not. I know I'm not. Cosmic Express, do you want to play ANS or OSP first?
Let's do OSP first.
Okay, selected OSP first. I will now generate the map pool for you all that you will be playing on. First of these maps is Yukon. Second one of the maps is Tumbleweed. And the third is Honeycomb. Those will be the three maps you'll be playing on today. Of those three maps, Cosmic Express, what do you not want to play first?
As much as I love Tumbleweed, I think I don't want to play Tumbleweed first.
Okay, it'll be moved back. And then back to Limos. Of the maps Yukon and Honeycomb, what do you not want to play first?
We do not want to play Honeycomb first.
Okay. I will now. So that means you will be playing on Yukon first, and the second and third maps for you both will be. Okay, the map order is Yukon, Honeycomb, Tumbleweed.
All right.
With that sorted and the team selected, would you all please go to your team chats and get this ball rolling?
Escape. I think
To the-
we're required in the caster's box then, unless there's anything else you want to say to us, Vastal.
I think that's where we are headed.
To everyone who wants to watch from the point of views of Scapegoat or Nekoboy Blue, you can check out their Twitch channels that are linked in the event post in community events. Check out both of their channels there. I'll be on the event stage casting here.
We are streaming together, so
Yep. We'll be a little duo there. Anyways, I'll be in the
Exactly.
caster's box, so see you in a minute.
I will see you there. Oh no, do you not have perms to speak in here? Oh god. I'll let Vastal know. Alright, I sent a DM to Vastal. Hopefully they'll fix it.
Okay, there we go.
there-
Now
okay,
I
got
can
fixed.
speak. Meow
Okay,
meow.
okay.
Meow 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 meow. All right.
Alright, problem solved.
Yeah, excellent. Just probably forgot to check like a little tag or something in there. Happens to the best of us. All right, so I'm noticing matching heraldry coming in from Team 2 here. That is
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be- let me pull up that list.
Cosmic Express has had this. They have a really awesome badge. I need to ask them where they got that because I think they probably made it themselves. It's really cool looking.
All right. Here, let me just make something easy for you. Just gonna DM you my little cheat sheet that I got here.
Oh, okay.
Easy details, like running these.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's easier.
right?
That's easier than me writing it down on a scrap piece of paper, which is what I've been
Yeah.
doing this entire tournament.
Vastal made a 30 player list thing. So I was like,
yeah,
oh,
you know,
cool, I'll
that's
just
what I've been.
copy-paste these
That's
to
what I've
start up,
been
yeah.
pulling information from.
Nice. I tell you, we try to like respect people's names and identities, although we are going to butcher them horribly.
Snipe says CIC check in chat. I
Yep.
sure hope you have a CIC, considering that.
Yep.
Uh,
All right. So yeah. Anyways, we'll do introductions. You want to do like when we get into games, like I say, all right, like Team 1, like LIMOS consists of them.
we can
You
do, yeah.
How do we want to do that?
we can say, well, one of us can introduce one team and the other can introduce the other team. How I kind of like
Yeah.
to do it is I like to go over ANS first, look at their ships, what each ship is and what each ship will likely be doing in terms of like team role. Then I look at like the total situation of the map and look at each team's initial plays.
Yeah, we give like the quick run off.
right.
I'm really bad at that because
And
I get
then
so distracted looking at all the tools.
and then after looking at like the team's initial plays, where they're heading, where they have their ships, then I look at OSP and go through their ships, just so
Yeah.
I don't miss the opening engagements on a lot of the cap points. Because
read off one point, read off the rollout, read off the next team. Works well.
right.
Yeah.
So one of us can do each team and we can go from
kind
there.
of go through that. We'll match our camera perspectives. Then we'll be like, hey, I got this little appearance thing.
Right. Well, it should be easy enough to do the matching perspective because we can just go top to bottom.
Yeah, we can kind of be like, hey,
ANS to
check this
OSP.
thing out over here. Yeah. Thinking like once the game gets going, that. Also, my chat's asking if we redeem the meow thing. Does that mean Scape has to meow? I paused redeems for a moment, but
Oh, whew. I'm safe for now. Oh God,
Yep.
I don't know if I can pull off a meow. Honestly, I don't
Someone in
think.
my chat, Femboy Toastler, saying this is some gay shit. It's like, well, I think that like you fit the criteria to identify for that's it. Yeah, that's what we identified.
All right. Vastal is warning everyone that we do have a timer on these semifinal matches to
Okay.
avoid lobbyless fleet command, our
Fair enough.
favorite game.
Yes, Nebulobby Fleet Pick command.
It wouldn't be nebulous without spending 30 minutes in a lobby.
We gotta go here. Someone just gotta be in the editor. They gotta make a last second change. We end up crashing the lobby. It rolls over. We gotta reset the map again. We finally get the game going. It lasts for 15 minutes, even though it took 45 minutes setup. You know how the nebulous dance goes.
Playing during off hours is a really fun experience.
Yeah.
All right, looks like Limos is locked in and ready to go. Cosmic Express still perhaps working on team comp here. All right. Question is, do you want to do ANS or OSP for the fleet rundown?
I want to take OSP for this
You
one.
want to do OSP? All right, I'll start with
Yeah.
ANS then.
I do also want to like open up with Hello Every Neon though. So.
You can do that.
All
I'll
right,
introduce
let's do
myself
this.
after.
Yep.
All right, caster mode engaged.
Yep.
Oh, I got the Rail Solomon shooting at a Lockvet loading screen. This one's my favorite one.
I've got the missile axe or the beam getting. I don't know if it's shooting the beam or getting shot by the beam. I think it's getting shot by the beam. Oh, does it? Ooh, hang on. Whoops, I have the wrong teams, don't I? Yes, I do. I totally didn't screw that up. Anyways, let's get to deploy. Hello, everyone. We have got ourselves some of the semi-final games of the All Hands on Decks tournament. We have LIMOS squaring off against Cosmic Express, and I am joined by special guest caster, friend of the channel and stuff, Scapegoat. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, glad to be here. Very excited to see how these semifinal matches going. We are down to only 4 teams in the tournament, and after today, there will only be 3. Team 1 is Team Limos. We have WZ Snipes, Xenophon, Heaven Based, and Hellcringe. That is I think Heaven Based is Herman, and
Heaven Based
Hellcringe
is
is
Herman,
Hunter.
Hellcringe
Okay.
is Hunter. I'm 99% sure. They always do this, and I get them
99%
mixed
sure.
up.
All right, I got to remember. Heaven is Herman, and Hell is Hunter. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and Team 2, we have Cosmic Express here, being Highball, Quiz, Toasty Medic, and Kalmia. We are here on Yukon for our first round, as Cosmic Express chooses to start with OSP.
All right, so let's take an initial look at these deployments. So Team 1 totally locked in. Team 2 is Kalmia just trying to do the last of their deployments, set up their stuff here. Looks like fairly even dispersion across the map. No particular
Yeah.
hell stacking towards one point or the
Custer
other.
of 3 tracks low on OS or ANS here under B point.
Yeah.
Perhaps trying to fight underneath the wall. We'll see what that is there.
ANS sharing the Limo tag. They're hard to say who exactly is who for that. Anyways,
True.
you want
Oh.
to take the ANS fleet, so
I gotta
read off
zoom
what we
in
see.
on a voxel. Oh, it's a voxel fleet underneath that low
Ooh,
under B.
Okay.
That's what it was. That's what I get a zoom on immediately here.
I think I see a monitor quintet on the ops foresight. Anyways, tell me what these ANS fleets are.
All right, starting off with Herman, we have a double Axford build here. One with a carrier backpack, 2 with a carrier backpack. All right, what do we have in those hangars? 2 Tontos on one and 2 Tontos on the other one, presumably for combat air patrol support. One of them looks like an interruption jammer, yep, and the other one is running all hard kill by the looks of it. I see. Oh, nope, there's an illuminator on the shoulder. I'm assuming that's a... Oh, it's a floodlight. Okay. For countering jamming and also illuminating chaff if you get a SAR H salvo on you. Looks like Herman's going to be the long-range fire support fleet here for ANS, primary frontline fleet. Hunters running the double levy here. What do we have in here? Oh god, it's Tonto spam, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's a lot of them.
it's Tonto spam.
Yep.
Why
we'll
have...
interject and remind people that we do have a limit on how many carriers are allowed to bring in the tournament for performance reasons.
Yeah, make sure the match isn't a slideshow. So Tonto spam, you know, pretty standard build here for ANS. Lots of S1 SAR H missiles, I'm assuming. Cosmic Horror and It That Devours are very fitting names for this cursed fleet. Snipes running the Cat fleet. We have a goalie beamstone. Looks like is this 4 goalie beamstones? It is. Look at these.
Those
positions.
things are skeletal. Wow.
They are, but they are positioned really well around the map. We have one at B. We have one at C. One sort of putting itself kind of middle of the map in the back, and then we have another one looks like it's heading up towards the C Rock to deny A. And we also have 2 very skeletal sprinter cappers.
So naked capper survivor saw one.
Indeed. And it looks
Already
like...
popping chaff as incoming missiles going towards Seaside there. Action starting immediately here.
And finishing
We're
off
gonna get through these fast.
These are Act ARAD Val S2s looking to deny the C point here. Snipes dropping chaff and incoming. Soft kills that entire salvo, no problem.
All right.
Another salvo of these missiles out. Yeah, these are...
Calmia saying, damn, missing the initial snipe. Okay.
Act ARAD Val and ARAD Act, so a mixed salvo here. Still, all that Snipes has to do is drop chaff and incom, but will they? These missiles are homing.
VCAP gonna get it smacked there. Validator memory goes through. First blood in under a minute.
VCAP does get secured, however, that is... Snipes does not have a lot of fast movers in their cap fleet. That is a rough loss to start the match.
One of 2 Corvettes for their team.
Yeah, that is a shockingly low number of Corvettes for a cap fleet. Finishing off LIMOS fleet, it looks like Xenophon is playing a group of Voxels low. These are gun build with, looks like S1 backpacks on 2 of them. What about the third? Yep, S1 backpacks on all of them. So no, no funny missiles with these. I am seeing some jammers on the sides here. Very nice build here. All right.
Classic triple Vox. I will point out that Snipes did have 2 little gun brick frigates kind of kicking around, just marked.
They do, yes. I looked at those, and then I completely forgot to say anything about them. One of them at C point, and the other one hanging out by B point here. Yeah. Looks like it's going with the Voxels.
Nice. All right, so we're seeing more missiles coming out here towards the C side as the initial caps go off. Let's take a look. So we saw what the ANS brought. What has the OSP got? Calmia has got themselves, looks like, a missile brick with a C90 on the nose here. Thing was throwing a couple missiles out earlier that we saw in the mixed salvo. Some of them fishing towards that C point again. They got themselves multi-mission tug on the D point side. They've got another one overwatching the E point. This is supporting a couple of these cheap little T20 Pavis chaff box cappers. Love these things. This looks like a variant of Tantalum Squadron, one of these starter cap plates, which I'm quite a fan of. T-point missile is going to be swinging a miss there as we just watch those all go off. Yeah, just a bunch of these little cheap gun cappers around the map. 5 of them in total there. Nothing going on to the A point. Both teams knowing that is going to be Overwatch hell. Highball running in that monitor quintet that I saw at the start of the game. Looks like they got C90s in the nose. These things got some jamming on that. Plasma, T30s, and the various support sides that you would expect. So good old 5 monitors there. Just very resilient tool to try and hit enemies in the face with. I believe these are Pokemon. Yeah, these are the Eevee variant.
Oh, they are. Yeah, they are. Aw, that's cute.
Quiz is going to be the Moorline on the team. Going to be a carrier setup here. Let's see. A whole bunch of Barracudas and Barracudas only with like 3 skiffs there. Okay, we're plane maxing both sides.
It's OSP Tonto spam.
Yep. And then rounding out the team is going to be Toasty Medic with dual 450 Acellos by the looks of it. Classic build here. Big Raider to dodge. Also a Sundrive in them. Okay. Not seeing too many Auroras on these. Got, no, one has Auroras. The other one had Pavises, though. Interesting. And some jamming, too.
With the Sundrive's probably not all that conducive to power gen for those Auroras.
Yeah, going to have some power limits with that. Anyways, all right. So we're going to see initially on this rollout, Xenophon going for a bit of a rush here, going from the B point, pushing that 3K Voxel fleet up, trying to chip away at whatever they can. Already does pick off one of the shuttles here.
The
Both teams do have like some fast movers, but
the
we saw
Acello
ANS
is
very light
using
on the Corvette side.
the Acello is using the sun drives to just get in position really quickly to counter that voxel push. You can see them;
Yep.
they pivoted from overlooking A to overlooking the B side very quickly there.
I think Xenophon might be doing a bit of a mistake here. Does not have heading set towards that incoming fire. Instead is presenting broadside. AP rounds might actually overpen here, which could be good, but does not want to get caught by that 450. 450 very effective against the
Yeah,
Voxel
Toasty's
Slugger
firing
hull.
AP at those.
Likely expecting them to be bow on and said this. Either it's intentional or it's an unintentional. I can't honestly
I'm
tell
not
at
sure.
this
The
level.
voxels were broadside on before the Acellos peaked, so potentially unintentional. They
We'll
were
find out.
perhaps trying to bow tank one of the shuttles they were firing at, maybe anticipating it being something heavier.
All right. 250 AP does fly out, but looks like it ran out of range before finding anything. So that initial push going to be seen off. Xenophon wisely retreating back down that path. Other side of the map, we're seeing a little bit of development as the front line is just kind of hang out for the moment. Toasty Medic hanging out near Highball. That nice combination of Monitor plus the Acello there is really good.
Kamiya has another salvo of those S2s out on the voxels. Oh, interesting.
Trying to go fishing there, see if they can potentially get a smoke. As again, the Voxels with only 20% damage reduction does mean they can lose things like reinforced lockers or anything that's not damage threshold 40 or higher. So
The voxels
we
do
see
have
some
this
nasty impact.
combat air patrol of 6 coil Tontos, though, so they should make short
Ooh,
work
that
of
is
those
true.
missiles if the missiles are spotted in time.
We'll see if they get the intercept or if they're just going to either kill them off or just ignore it. Both teams just kind of like securing their naturals.
Looks like they're
Score
gonna-
is pretty even.
Looks like they're gonna miss. One of them finding a target. The other one's deployed.
Little off to the side there.
Yep.
Looks like they were expecting those Voxels to hang out, but the Voxels instead deciding, nuh-uh.
Yeah, voxels
Christmas
are
light not
fast.
bothering engage.
Voxels
Yep.
are very fast.
Especially these ones with the small Whiplash and Big Raider. Just
Yeah,
classic
no.
Voxel setup. See, they're now getting their nose onto target, expecting incoming.
The
All right.
Acellos, though,
Daggerfly kind of
have...
looking around the back of the map here has a bunch of that saw spam, like you mentioned, 20 mil on the nose of these things.
Dagger,
Really
Dagger
nuts.
earlier on did kill this this shuttle over here. That's right next to them. They got a splash on
Alright.
that. So that's 2 shuttles down from Kalmia's Cat
Okay.
fleet. One killed by the Voxels and one killed by Dagger's squadron.
Was that... okay, I'm just doing a number count on this. So 31 size ones. I believe the bay holds 4, so that'd be 4 times the 12 flights. Yeah, they expended, like, what, a quarter of their payload about there just to kill off that shuttle. Not bad, honestly, because it's
That's-
like a 1 or 2 point missile.
That's still enough to blow a tugboat or shuttle out of the water.
Sure
Don't
enough.
underestimate S1 spam. It's
Oh,
quite
I am
strong.
not
It's quite
underestimating
strong
anything
on
there,
craft.
believe All right, Cheetah Flight at the top of the map, 17 Tontos as we see the
Whoa.
multiple wings forming up here. That's a lot of coil ready to
Where
sweep
are
the skies.
These guys going.
Looks like they're just kind of on patrol right now, posturing, threatening, see what they can bait out. We see that
34. This
Quiz
isn't.
over
Yeah, this is
here.
an anti-craft armament. Those are Wake. Looks like AMMs.
couple of AMMs in turn firing out towards these from the shuttle, see if they find any purchases. A lot of coils that are going to, just either run out of fuel or otherwise kill them there.
Right.
OSP got to be a little bit careful here because, again, there's a lot of ANS plane up right now. Hunter, a kind of experienced player with doing some of the plane micro, going to be trying to see what they can pick off or otherwise tax.
One of Kalmia's shuttles over A gets caught out by this police frigate here. Starts taking a lot of RPF. And 450 from the Axfords.
450 into the flat side, not going to do anything. They're just going to overpen. That said, the
Right.
reinforced drive is zeroed by those RPF rounds, so this thing will be holding still until it eventually bleeds out.
I do not think that shuttle is getting out of there alive.
No, I do not think it is. Again, both teams playing this defensively, not investing any A cappers, expecting there to be goalie overwatch. In this case, we see Highball with their Pokemon fleet, kind of keeping watch over that with the bombshell or their 100 mil on some of these. Yeah, they got T-30s and a couple ships. And then in turn, there's going to be the beam destroyer overwatch from Snipes there, just kind of keeping that thing locked on. Actually has a weapons fire already set onto A point, handy little tool there. You just set fire, hold position, or you set your fire order to hold, you put it on position, then you don't have to worry about heading micro at all. Handy little trick that.
Right.
All right.
The Axfords are... Looks like the Axfords are pulling back. Looks like they're trying to hide from the monitors, I'm assuming. That or they're trying to push over the rock here undetected. I don't know if the monitors have been detected yet, though, is the thing.
Monitors don't look like they've been seen, but... Okay, Snipes may be overextending a little bit. Those C-90s fishing for that little gun brick.
Hesh into the police frigate as it's... Yeah, it immediately starts withdrawing, recognizing that it perhaps should not be there at the moment.
Yep. Shuttle continues to get pecked away. A reinforced drive does keep it alive for now, so technically you could get put back together, but still just a
That
lot
is
of damage
true.
you have to go through
Reinforced drives on small craft are... Oh, nope, never mind. There it goes.
there. Oh, never mind. Killed the damage
control
team.
teams are
Womp
dead. Yep.
womp.
RPF will do that.
Curse of the casters right there. All right.
Oh, look at this. The
Slasher Flight
voxels
is,
underneath
oops,
the map
sorry,
using
go
their
ahead.
superior speed to get to E point. They've crossed the entire map in like 2 minutes, and there's not a whole lot to contest them if they step onto E.
Talked before about how voxels are kind of a cavalry asset. You can play them in a frontline role, as we see with the triple voxel here. A lot of damage you can put downrange, but one of the big advantages is just how fast you can get around that map. We saw them, as you'd said, roll out from the B point, decide maybe not going to D side, instead go sweep under the map, see if they can pick off anything and try and get a cap onto that E point, or at least flip it long enough. Ooh, top of the map, we see Splinter Flight
Yep.
from Hunter going over,
Put a
trying
bunch
to hit
of
the Roach Shuttle, and
SAR
doing
H
so.
into... Yeah, despite dropping chaff, that shuttle still takes a lot of S1s.
Oh, big fighter engaged.
Whoa!
Cheetah Flight is fucking around and finding out. SDM spams the Naganatas from Comet Flight going to be finding purchase here. Cheetah
Oh,
entirely
no.
pulling back, not engaging, just trying to run.
A lot of those flying off into the void, the rest of them getting outranged by Cheetah's speed. That is a lot of SDMs launched with surprisingly little kills.
Started out with 17 fighters in Cheetah Flight, now down to 11, so not all of them are going to whiff, and that is a good chunk of Coil Tow that will get knocked out. Still, though, Double Levy does give you a lot of planes to run up, and Comet Flight, in turn, completely out of Naganatas now, just down to their basic size ones.
Right. That's
Falcon
a lot
Flight,
of...
though, does have more.
That's a lot of Naganatas to spend for only 6 kills.
Agreed.
Very good on Hunter for being able to high burn out of there and get most of their squadron out.
All right, looks like the flights have combined now, as we're going to see Cheetah Flight is just maxed out on planes. We're going to see, it looks like Comet and Falcon posturing here.
Slasher.
Even number Barracudas.
Look at this. Slasher
kinda
coming over
thinking
the
about
rock from Hunter. Looks like Slasher's on
Ooh,
high
yep,
burn
there's
to
the flank
intercept
coming
Comet.
in.
Yeah, coordinating a strike with Cheetah onto this squadron of 12 Barracudas as Hunter is going to... Yeah, they're going to come in from 2 angles against Comet Squadron
Trying
here
to
and
jump
just...
Comet here as they split off. Illuminators are going, but that doesn't really do too much right now. There's no saw-sized ones for
Right.
anti-fighter craft.
I think the Stellas are the anti-craft. Yeah, Stellas are the anti-craft, so
Yeah, it's HE
those ones are
shaped.
not going to be authorized in this engagement. Comet
They're
Squadron
trying
trying
to do
to...
a dive on here. Now, my question is, if they get a little too close... Oop, looks like a beam going to pick off one of the skiffs there. Snipes on the ball, just trying to pick off anything they can. All right, some
dear.
missiles coming down below.
On the
E point,
voxels.
we're going to see the voxels step on and get tested immediately. See how good their
Griffin
point
Squadron
defense
is still in the area to provide coil gun support, and yeah, that's going to be a lot of...
Oh,
Yeah,
yep, coils
lots
instantly
of
sweeping
coil
them.
guns, and those 3 voxels should have no problem taking out this monitor there guarding the E point.
Yep. Kalmia does have a good asset to see off lighter things, but 3,000 points of Voxel is more than you expect. That
That's
said,
RPF,
they're currently
yeah.
firing RPF.
I don't think they expected this thing to be a monitor. I think they're probably expecting it to be an MMT or something.
I did not see an intel center anywhere on ANS side, so I'm expecting them to think, yeah, light assets, see it off with RPF. And as we see, 48 centimeters of armor and RPF
There's the
are
AP.
a funny combo.
There's the AP.
Yep.
As
The AP rounds gonna
Xenophon
start trying to bite.
recognizing
reinforced
what
round.
they're up against, starting to put, AP downrange. That's going to hurt a lot. That is a lot of 250 AP.
Yeah, you're not going to win against that. In the meantime, though, as ANS has moved their front line on to E point, looks like Toasty, Medic, and Highball saying, okay, we're doing this, and starting to push up towards the A side, seeing what they can get done. Heaven Base is on top of the map there to receive them. Oop, Fighters trying to kick off against Falcon and Comet, looking like they might get jumped here. Slasher and Cheetah nearby. OSP is outnumbered in the sky somewhat. They've got 3 wings of a dozen aircraft going, but
A lot of
I think they might
a
just be
good
jumped
chunk of
here.
Cheetah Squadron's about to run out of fuel here.
It's also true.
Hunter's
They
gotta be
If they
careful.
run out of gas, have to go home. All right,
Yeah.
here comes the fist fight of the
Here
century.
we go.
Coil guns, 20 mil, 35 mil, you name it. Welcome to the furball. Going to see immediately Comet Flight having some suffering there, but still a whole bunch of missiles on every side, just kicking into your
I
Naganatas
am
and they're like...
Sticking in tactical view to avoid getting lagged out right now.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Complete, like, slaughter going through here as we just watched both teams just committing into the furball as they built up their entire forces and are now
Oh
throwing down.
my.
Cheetah Flight getting pretty swept there as the Naganatas forcing evades, and then the 35 mil and 20 mil combo along with the reinforcing just going to be splashing a lot of the ANS craft here.
Yeah, ANS. I think ANS loses this fight. Yeah, down to 4 craft on
Yep.
ANS, 3.
That is Lanchester's Laws kicking in right there. Slasher is down to 3 now, and that will just be a clean sweep.
Yeah, that's a wipe on. That was, what was that? 36, because it was 24 and
Something like
12. That
that,
was almost
yeah.
almost 36 Tontos removed from the game in one fell swoop. That is not good for Hunter.
Taking a look at Hunter, all their planes are airborne. Only thing left on the deck is some sundials. So what you see, what you got. There is a dozen fighters out right now on the kind of B and D side. They're kind of lurking around. Another dozen towards the top of the map trying to do that ground pound. I think that might have been all of the coil toes. No, okay, there's Griffin
There's
Flight, which is still
six.
coil
There's
toes
six
there.
near the voxels, but yeah, I think you're right. I think that was I think that was almost all of them. That is an awful loss for Hunter, losing that many craft in such short order there. And yeah, the 2 squadrons that Quiz have out are still pretty intact. Damage to most of the craft, but still repairable if they can get them back to
Certainly fixable,
carrier.
and that is a big swing for air control. Frontline develops, though, as Highball and Toasty Medic going to pick a 2v1 here, trying to go against Heaven Base and see off those Axfords top of the map. Not getting the best purchase on them yet. Double Raider and a Whiplash. Going to be evasive at that range, but still starts to add up over
damage
time.
is
as
starting
more
to
of those
add
shots
up.
find their
I
way in.
do not think that these Axfords can take 2 frontline fleets at the same time. That is a lot of meat to chew through for just 2 Axfords.
Yeah. Seeing one of them is, again, staying evasively, trying to do its best, but still those shots going to add up over time. The front thrusters, importantly, getting knocked out, so their retreat options are going to be limited here. Have
Although
to
one of the
dodge for all their life.
monitors, the center monitor, the formation lead, already defanged here as its magazine and all of its guns are gone.
Does have the ability to restore through that complex, but still going to be relentlessly focused down. Still, though, the amount of damage that they're going to deal to this Axford if it's not able to go to ground is going to be pretty significant. We see Xenophon trying to move around the bottom of the map, seeing what they can get into. See them picking off one of the shuttles in the back line there, doing good voxel duty, but still needs to help out their front line a little bit. Is that 2v1 is going to kind of open up the A
Speaking
point
of
here.
shuttles, look at C Point. Calmia making a play for
Hello,
C
yes.
Point. A shuttle on the cap as an MMT is flanking around the side.
Reactor bloom going off
The
there. in
Keystone, the Keystone
background.
guarding C Point, too busy trying to hit the MMT, is not pointed in the right direction to deny C.
Interesting thing there, because the ANS team was focused so much on that 6,000 point push towards A point, C point does get opened here. Snipes had 4 beam destroyers. 2 of them were overwatching A, expecting that push out, and instead you can see OSP just sliding their way onto the C point. D point in turn going to be getting capped out as Snipes has walked their gun break back here. Rebel Flight is nearby, but I don't think has any ground
Rebel Flight
pounding, no.
is Rebel Flight is entirely anti-craft. They're not going to be able to do anything against that police frig, and they are you can see they're immediately withdrawing, realizing that they can't really do much of anything. Calmia throwing
Looks
more
like-
missiles out. Looks like in
Goes into
support.
the back line, and I don't think they're going to
Where-
find it. Looks like they
I
kind of
don't-
angled them off.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think those are not going to hit anything. Those exit their track too late to find anything. Yeah, all that police
Yeah.
frig has to do is move closer, and those seekers will not acquire it.
That police frig on that C point side, though, has taken some damage.
I think I
Looks like
got hit by
MMT
the
did get
MMT.
cleaned up,
Yeah, it looks
but
like I got
yeah.
hit by the MMT earlier when we weren't looking. Those look like missile hits on the side. No restores, but
Yeah.
it still has some of its guns functioning, so it is still a
It is a
combat
threat.
asset.
It can still
It's
hold
currently
there, yeah.
firing into the void. I think that's that bug that causes your guns to just shoot into space when nothing's happening.
Might be, or just trying to go after craft or something. Oh, nope. Task onto C point there. Missile's going
I
to
see,
swing
okay.
and a miss.
Yep, those.
More missiles coming out, though, fishing for that destroyer that they know is back there.
Yeah, those
I'll
are.
say this, if those missiles came towards me like that, I'd be sweating a little bit, trying to hope that I had chaff when I just went all gun on that. Instead, missile's going to swing, and there we are, gone.
I think the missiles on the destroyer also staged too late as well to acquire, and yeah, they're too low as well by the looks of it.
Yeah, not quite familiar where exactly they were. Still trying to play guesswork.
C
One thing
point-
you can do is... Oop, go ahead.
C point does go to OSP here. The Keystone was too busy with the MMT, does not get the beam off in time, and the injured police frig not in the right position. Up there's the beam. ANS will be
Beam
able
gonna
to
be cleaning up
ANS will be able to take C point here. Just retake it, no problem. Yeah, there's already that empty cap Corvette on route.
Corvette doing its job there. Looking back at the D point, Rebel Flight is nearby, but doesn't have anything to really hurt that
Yeah,
frigate with.
Rebel
Snipes pulling
Flight's
it back.
still entirely anti-craft. It looks like they were patrolling in the area, maybe trying to hit Dagger and Eagle Squadron. But with that police frig there,
So something to note here as we take a look at the status of the board. Calmia getting pretty cleaned up on caps there.
Oh, yeah,
Voxel's
they
being
are.
relentless going around the map, just hunting everything, and Snipes relentless with beam coverage as well. Not that much assets left to quickly throw onto points as we're kind of approaching like the third quarter of the game here for ANS, holding their 3 cap, about to be a 4 cap as they resecure Seaside.
One of the
OSP frontline needs to do
Axfords,
something.
one of the Axfords on ANS starting to get wounded here, but still relatively fine. Defenders go down, but there's not enough. I don't think there's a whole lot of missiles to really worry about. I guess the craft, now that Quiz has wiped 30-ish coil Tontos, can just commit to bombing. Yeah, Falcon Squadron. No, Falcon Squadron's anti-craft. Arbiter Squadron. Arbiter is the that's the bomber. All right.
KV-22s. Hello,
And,
R1
yep.
rocket pods as well.
Fire the R1 rockets to distract the PD, and then you dump the bombs, and the Axfords suddenly disappear.
Yep. That said, ANS now into the third quarter of the game. OSP still in the second quarter. Wow, I can't math. Anyways, 4 caps secured for the ANS. OSP frontline gotta be doing something here. They did a little bit of kind of like dancing against those Axfords, but Axfords at that range with Raider drives and their very good repair rate, able to keep themselves alive. OSP should know they have an advantage. They won the fighter engagement. They need to start swinging something about that. Currently not putting the most pressure on. They should have a general idea of what is on the board right now and be looking for a opening to exploit, but for the moment, I feel like they're being a little too passive or like maybe a little too scared of the beam presence.
But if you press spacebar and just like look top down, OSP is completely confined to this one corner. Despite the heavy losses like ANS took to their air wing, like all of their assets in terms of ships are still pretty intact here. They've only really lost that one Corvette.
I feel like this is another symptom. As a cap player, I've experienced this a bit of times. If the front line does not have any other front line to shoot at, they will go around, clean up every light asset they can. And like we saw, there's just doing a really good job roaming the map on the bottom side, cleaning up every shuttle and shuttle, tugboat, other light asset that they can get their hands on. And now with the OSP very limited on their ship count, ANS does have the advantage with the Corvette and 2 frigates that they could throw in a point if they need to.
Look at the RPF going into
flying ahead with
Falcon. Look at the RPF going into Falcon Squadron, splashing
Yeah.
a lot of craft.
Goes to show that accuracy by volume does work, especially with that many targets. All of those ships now very wounded. Needs to go back to the carrier and rearm.
And that's RPF onto Arbiter as well. Arbiter's still hanging out in the back here, not committing on any capital yet.
OSP, a little bit lacking the decisiveness right now.
Yeah,
They
they're not-
know that they want to do something, but they're not sure where to go. I think part of this also would come in for the radar coverage, because if we take a look around the map, we see
Arbiter
that there
down
is
to
some skips in the
Arbiter
back.
down to 5 craft from the RPF. The RPF just
Ooh,
tore
good
them
juicy hits
apart.
there.
All right, I guess you
that's
can
a
lose.
lot of the bomb payload gone too,
I guess
right?
you can,
Like,
yeah. I guess you can just lose 30 Tontos if the rest of your team can defend itself against craft pretty effectively.
Yeah. I think this is a case of OSP just like they're currently a little bit blinded, like I was saying. They have their skiffs around the map providing some radar coverage, but ANS has good coverage top of the map with a sundial. They've got ships all around the place. They've got their little police frigs kind of roaming the map looking for stuff. OSP doesn't know where the enemy is. They know there's beam destroyers, so they're kind of just boxed in, like you said before. Toasty Medic trying to commit now, but getting caught in the flank as we're going to see a split fire here. From above comes the Axfords, and the flank coming those Vauxhalls. Instantly going to smoke this thing in the broadside.
Ouch. You can only bow tank to one thing, and yeah, those Vauxhalls get in a perfect position to just pump fire down on this this Ocello. Are they firing HE at it? They are. They recognize that this thing is broadside onto them, and they can just fire HE. Oh, and the
a
beam
for
coming
good
in from
measure.
Snipes.
Hello.
Yeah. The A
Snipes
push.
just going to hit battle short on that thing and let
The
it
A
cook.
push being Cosmic Express is perhaps last hope, but unfortunately for them, ANS just has so many ships in the area to just punish any A push.
Yeah. Goes to show why the A point was not risked, as these players experienced enough to know that there is going to be overwatching assets. Couple size ones could be finding Falcon Flight at the top of the map, instantly knocks out 3 craft, and oh my god,
They're
look how
very
red those
red,
entire flights
yeah.
are.
Falcon Squadron is one of... Wait, Falcon Squadron's empty on munitions. Why are they still sortied?
Looks like they hadn't come back and landed and swapped over to ground pound duty, just kind of keeping them on air patrol. Now they're ordered back to the barn, so we'll see what ends up happening. Reactor bloom in the background there from a little tug. Arbiter Flight trying to come in towards the Axfords here, but Goblin and Mamba Flight are airborne, ready to intercept. I don't know about this one.
I don't
Rebel's
think-
nearby and has air control.
Don't think they're going to
but-
get through. Do we have... Yeah, Mamba's coils. Goblin is 20 mil. Do you have any SDMs? No, you do not. It looks like
So just that many.
Mamba
on the
Mamba
approach
should just
there.
be able to clean up Arbiter pretty quickly here, especially since Arbiter is already very red
Oop,
from the
Hang on,
voxels.
Mamba Flight actually tasking over onto Rebel there for a quick second. Not sure where they want
Oh.
to go quite yet.
Interesting.
Arbiter might actually throw here going on the... Oh, wait, hang on. No, Snipes does not have point defense on those destroyers, so...
Oh, do they not?
Arbiter potentially... Yeah, had
Oh,
full greedy
dear.
to get 4 of them. Couple size one's going to clean up. Let's see if Arbiter goes for anything. They aren't authorized bombs right now. I think they're just going to get jumped and wiped by Mamba. Yep. Ooh, Indicator going wild there for a second.
Goblin
Rebel Flight
throws
kind of force evasive.
AMMs or anti-craft missiles, I guess, just into Rebel. Fury though,
Flight finding
yeah,
that police frig though, yeah.
only 2 craft, and those were perch rockets, so this police frig should be recoverable. Oh, that's a basic CIC.
It does lose the CIC though
Oh,
with
never
no
mind.
restores, so this thing is no
mission
longer
killed.
offensive.
Yeah.
Yep. Rebel just getting jumped on, not using their Naganatas despite the air combat assets here. A little
Were
questionable.
they not
on that if
authorized?
been
They had
assigned.
the range to fire the Naganatas. Why? I wonder why
Yeah,
they
just-
didn't. That's curious.
I don't think they were assigned the order. Okay, Toasty Medic is going to lose one of their cells. The other one looking pretty bruised. Tries to walk onto A point. ANS into the 4th quarter now. OSP not even into the 3rd. That 4-cap advantage holding for a long time. 3-cap does go through his E point. Calmium moves there.
However,
ship
the
onto it, but
the
he went
voxels are
instantly
there.
on that.
Yeah, the voxels are there, and oh, that monitor is already structure broken and chewed up. No restores,
Yeah.
no mag, no offensive.
Good
yeah,
night,
that
sweet
that
prince.
monitor is gone, and those voxels will just be able to retake E, no problem. There's nothing there to stop them from doing that. The
Beam
beams
out onto the A point.
yeah, still going out into these poor Ocellos here as they start becoming less green. One of them dead already. Looks like it got all
Well,
of
I
its
think there's
restores
plenty of
cord.
green coming out of those beams. There's 2 of them walking onto Toasty Medic's Astral Expanse.
Oh dear. Yep, that is
That might be
a
the thumbnail for this.
I think that is a
Yoink.
dead Ocello right there.
Yeah,
I do
not
not
structure
think-
broken yet, but
No
not long for
restores
this
though.
world.
No restores though. Most of its guns are gone. No magazine. It is no longer combat capable. The monitors
No
pushing
mag,
in
no armor, no
behind.
structure.
The monitors are
Nice.
pushing into A behind them, although they're gonna be crossfired by the monitors and the
3
beams. I don't
monitors
think.
versus 2 Axfords,
And it looks
2
like
beam
Xenophon,
stones,
yeah,
and-
Xenophon appears to have detached 2 of the voxels as well to go assist with the A point fight, sending one of them to take E and the other 2 to go hunt the monitors. I think that this is definitely a Limos
This
victory.
looks pretty decisive.
This-
Calmia completely knocked out. Highball trying to get something done. They still haven't recapped the D point because, again, ANS just completely removed the OSP cap presence and then
ANS
was allowed
only-
to walk onto their point.
ANS only lost a single ship that match, and yeah, OSP was just bled of assets, despite some
OSP.
good engagements in like
GG
the
is called
crab front.
there.
Yep, there, and there's the surrender.
So I think part of the problem there was OSP played a little statically. They had their combination of the Ocellos and the monitors together. They could have done something with that. Opportunity was created depriving the ANS of a lot of their planes, but they just never acted on that afterwards, instead allowing their forces just kind of get bled out. The Voxels
Right.
never forced into the engage and had the complete run of the map as they wanted to go.
Despite losing like 30 Tontos, OSP never really deployed any anti-craft strikes there. There was Arbiter, but they just got chewed up before they could strike and just never committed.
Taking a look on the board there, yeah, we see like a bunch of those Santos did get wiped there. Most of the coil ones were taken out, but just OSP, given that opportunity, didn't take advantage of it, was a little hesitant about the beam coverage, and unfortunately Caps kind of got focused down there. So once you can force the OSP into that frontline fight like that, ANS definitely wants to take it, playing the game on their terms, deprive them of the fast movers, light assets, and then just win through that capital presence.
Although that being said, Quiz did lose a lot of their craft as well. I think this came after the decisive fighter engagement. I think those voxels
Yeah.
just chewed up so many craft
Take a
that
look at
Quiz
that
didn't really
engagement.
have
Yeah. And quite a
any
few furballs go off.
any left to do strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think that was definitely a loss because OSP was a little bit too passive there, allowing ANS to just kind of run around the map, pick off light assets, and just secure points.
Yeah. Dictated the terms, played the map to their terms.
Right.
Never really saw a good coordinated shove from OSP because they weren't quite sure where to be. Toasty and Highball, I believe, was the frontliners. Just not quite coordinated perfectly for that. Definitely got some fire into those Axards, but at that range with Double Raider, they couldn't quite get the bite that they really wanted to.
And yeah, it's now 1-0 in favor of Limos. As we move on, I think the next map is Honeycomb.
Yep, it
Very
certainly is. Let's
interesting.
just get everyone readied up.
We are waiting
the
on
held
Hunter
punch.
still.
Hunter ready up. Nag them a little bit. All right. Yeah, interesting seeing that style there, just playing the ANS textbook of deprive the OSP of their very potent light assets that they love to move around the map for their very cheap investment. Those T20 Pippies chatbox shuttles I do so love. And when you don't have that small asset advantage or a front line you can really push, because again, OSP was built for damage over time there with the axe not the axe, with the Acello and monitor combo. ANS just kind of wanted to play that game with like, all right, we'll take this long range fist fight against you. You don't
Right.
have the agency to immediately strike us. You need to get those bombs to swing it.
Yeah, no, the Monitor Swarm plus Acello pairing is a very strong combo, but ANS just kind of ignored it the entire game because it was only on one spot the entire match, and it was only denying a single point.
You
ANS
put
could
6,000
just
points somewhere, you got to do something with it.
yeah,
and
ANS
unfortunately,
could
they just couldn't
just
get it.
move around it using the voxels to just continuously contest the E point. They were able to get the D point with the police frigate.
Yep. And again, showing the value of lighter sweeper assets like that. The gun brick frigate still a nice little tool in the cap fleet. I will say more beam than I would normally expect for a cap fleet like
I mean,
that.
it
but Snipes
worked,
using them very
especially
well.
yeah, especially there at the end where they were able to put lots of damage into the big frontline push onto A point to support the Axfords.
I think it goes to show that you can run techs like that if you get away with them. Again, we saw no missile defense on those destroyers, but missiles and the fighter craft just never able to bite onto them. So
No, yeah, they mostly stayed hidden too.
good positioning and good denial of radar coverage we saw there.
That is
a
true.
lack of some stuff on the OSP side. Like I don't think we saw any early warnings. at
No,
all
there.
for,
I
like,
wanted
no
to.
sensors.
I was gonna comment on that, but I don't think I did. Yeah, OSP had no sensors other than like the random halberds deployed by
Three
Quiz.
skiffs, 2 MMGs,
That is
and that was their
not.
presence. And
That
got
is
swept.
not gonna cut it on most engagements. You need to use the advanced sensors that OSP has. Very useful equipment.
Catching up with Chet, yes, there was LIMOS for the ANS team that got the first victory here. So we're going to go into game 2 here, and we'll see in a second once we're ready. I'm going to run a quick ad break intermission thing.
All right,
so we
I
don't
will
do that.
keep people entertained.
I'm just going to hang out here. Just sticky that thing. Oop, that's... Oh, never mind. You get sticky for a quick second. Wrong message. Whoops. I hate it when I try and like type and then like, all right, yeah, I'll stick you this message, and then somebody instantly sends a message after. It's like, no, I didn't mean to stick that. So, yeah. Anyways, team's gonna change sides here now, so we'll see what Cosmic Express brings on the ANS side in turn on Honeycomb.
Limos gets OSP on Honeycomb. That's
Yeah.
pretty strong. OSP really
Both
does
teams
like this
do
map.
have their tools that they can bring onto this map, and there's a couple different ways to play it if they want to go for some very kind of like long-range gunfighty style, or play a little bit close quarters, try and see if they can get some of the tight angles and push on those.
Right, we will have to see what each team brings.
Mhm. I think it's interesting as, again, this is a higher ranked lobby. Again, ranked not representative exactly of skill, more so just the experience and how many hours you poured into it. So a lot of these players been around the block. They know the general state of the game. They know what tools are played on what map, and they know roughly how like the opposition would play. Very interesting seeing this kind of like higher level series where a lot of it is both mind games and also trying to figure out what exactly does the enemy do in this situation, and what is their strategy they're bringing in and how to counter that.
Right. Nah, I love spectating high ranked matches like this. Get to see some fun tech on both sides.
Yeah. Just waiting on a quiz to lock in and ready up, and we'll get into this game here. So, Vassal is not here. I think that we should remember to focus on gameplay. Yep. So
Yeah.
I think that we'll have to get through the things. I know we both fall into the fleet editor problems.
Oh
with that,
dear.
but,
I love looking at
want
which...
me to take ANS this time? I'll go through
yeah,
fast.
you take ANS.
All right.
Sorry, I just love looking at like what drives and what radars.
What
each
drives? What
ship's-
chat box? Oh, what size 2s? Did you bring size 3 ACMs? All the details. I get you.
The caster's dilemma.
Yeah. How they pressure those voxels? Again, it's like finding a way to engage or like otherwise apply pressure so voxels don't have the free liberty to kind of move around the map. Anyways, let's get into this one proper. I have to align the camera and figure out where they're deploying. All right. There we are. Blue team on the left. All right. Hello, everyone. We're into game 2 of the semifinals here. We've got Limos versus Cosmic Express. Cosmic Express going to be on team 1 now, I believe it is, for the ANS. That is consisting of Quiz, Highball, Calmia, and Toasty Medic. Dropping in team 2 for Limos, we're going to see Heaven Based, which is Herman, WZ Snipes, Xenophon of Athens, and then Hellcringe, which is Hunter. So I'm joined in the caster box here by Scapegoat.
Hello, all.
All right, so we're going to be trying to co-cast and go through these things. We had a lovely first game on Yukon that was going to be awarding a win to Team Limos. So currently, Cosmic Express facing elimination in here. They're going to have to really pull it back now. They've swapped sides, and we'll see just what tools they brought to destroy each other.
Looking at initial
Taking a look at
deployments.
deploys.
Look at this large cluster from Limos here by the DC side here. It looks like they're putting most of their assets there.
Looks like a bit of right side heaviness as well for the ANS side. Just both teams kind of favoring a right side rotate, but at the same time, Limos doing some stuff to see off that E point.
This is fairly standard for Honeycomb, honestly. ANS really does prefer the E side, where OSP likes the D side, but we will see what each team brings. There are scattered assets on each side on the
obligatory cappers and Overwatch assets, sensors, that sort of thing. Still, we might see a 90-degree rotation as is common to Honeycomb. Typically, both teams going to rotate 90 degrees to the E point and D point respectively, then play it down the 3 lanes of the A, C, and B points and see where they go. Sometimes we get the head-on collisions, which is always fun when both teams just immediately smack into each other and then turn it into a bloodbath where you had to pick it up in like the next quarters. All right, just went on Calmia to click that button.
Or we could just
make sure that nothing's broken.
Wait 10 seconds. That works as well. Looks like Quiz is playing the Cat Fleet on Cosmic, which shouldn't be a surprise.
What do we see on the drop?
I see a
Axford of the 450
I see a
Backford.
450 liner here with 100 mil sidearms.
I'll do the ANS run through quick, and then we'll look at the board. Then you can do OSP, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see. Where are we starting off? Top of the list, we can see Kelmia, the gun machine, 450 broadsider with rebounds on it. Probably rapid cradles. Yep, has rapid cradles. Nice stuff. Got one of those, and then 2 of them nearby. Going for that 450 broadside gaming. Highball going to be running solo Axford here. 450 on the front, VLS2 on the back. Is that a Greedford? That is a Greedford. Mark 61 cheeks on that. Very nice. Okay. What's your backpack? Okay, knocking out some size 2, spread 6. Cool. Eyeball also going to be investing in 1 railstone and 2 railstones, operating a little bit dispersed there. Nice stuff. Got a bullseye Pinard Corvette to facilitate a bit of that locking and spotting and stuff. Quiz comes in with the Cat Fleet. Got a classic Beamstone goalie here. Quick check on that. Yep, looks like that's going to head towards C point. They got themselves one of those gun bricks we saw in the first game. Going to be joined by another one. Okay. Ooh, this one's got Auroras and a VLS2. Nice.
This is the more typical loadout you see for these police frigs. One with guns, one with defense.
Yeah. Nice little police pair in there. Spyglass on one, and then Parallax the other. Cool stuff. Okay, we're going to see a third frigate going down here towards, looks like the D side. Pinard, VLS. Ooh, missiles on this thing. Okay, got some hybrids in there and Naganatas too. Cool stuff. Seeing a little gun capper going A point, gun capper going D point, naked capper going C point, and naked capper towards E point. Lastly, Toasty Medic coming with a triple carrier. Okay, hello.
Oh.
This is a build.
Peculiar. Why is...
just pure triple variety of Santos on these. Okay.
One of them says that it's out of munitions for missiles. You seeing that too?
Yeah, looks like they may have just loaded or perhaps didn't remember to equip ammunition, question mark.
Curious.
Medic with a questionable build there, very expensive. Okay, let's take a look at the board state before we go over to OSP. A cap goes through for Quiz, and looks like B cap at the same time for Xeno. Hey, tell you what, Scape, why don't you tell me what the OSP's brought to the board right now?
OSP, well, Herman appears to have brought a 5-monitor swarm here, putting bombshells into the C point. Looks like they are, I think that's a pause fire, right? They have no tracks up there. Yeah, they're pause firing to perhaps warn off Quiz not to go to the point today.
Saw them actually make a little error there. They fired their shot and then set to weapons hold again. They've got the position fire expecting the rollout. They're trying to have this thing pre-aimed for when that shuttle, or Corvette rather, steps onto the point here.
Right.
Smart play experience showing its way there.
Here that Hunter is using 3 liners here. 2 of them are 250 broadside, and one of them's an obelisk with plasma. That is a very scary combo to be engaging at close range.
Ooh,
The
yep,
C
that's a
point
nasty
here.
can opener.
I have to stop reviewing the fleets really quick to see what's going on at C point. Massive engagement here, as it looks like both teams have a lot of assets trying to contest here. We saw the beam from Quiz deny the C point here. Quiz's cap ship in turn getting turned away by the bombshells. The monitors return fire on these police frigates here, which are putting fire into the shuttle on C. And I have a feeling that C is not going to be secured for a moment.
Doesn't look like it.
Snipes has
they are
the...
trying to pause fire those frigates, actually, which is a fun little
Really?
outside of sensor range. Yeah. Couldn't quite see
Interesting.
'em.
Okay. Snipes has brought the fleet carrier. It's all Barracudas. Why would it not be? All of them are in
Yep.
pre-flight. Most of them are in pre-flight. All right. Well, you
Snipes
know,
currently has some assets airborne.
that is true. We have Fencer Squadron is R1 Rocket Squadron. Perhaps it looks like they're trying to go over the police frigs, but that is a lot of distance to cross. And yeah, SDMs are out. Fencer is probably going to get turned back here. Or turned to scrap. That works too.
That's going to
Already
be immediate
losing
splashes.
already losing several craft. They are down to just 3. Yeah, and Fencer, are they still committing? They are still committing. They're still going.
Trying to. Gonna walk into those Auroras already hot and ready for them.
Jackal Squadron has found the other frigate, taking a lot of SDMs as well. Fencer Squadron
power that
electing
BLS
to Fencer Squadron electing to turn back as to not lose the 3 remaining craft. Jackal has also been reduced to 3. They're still going. Those are more AMMs inbound on them. All right, and last
gonna run out of fuel there.
Right. Last but not least, Xenophon has the 450. Oh, it's a 450 liner dad cap fleet. So we got the 450 liner to anchor points here. It looks like they are sending it onto the E point here to contest it. Looks like they have these MMTs. These are MMTs. We have 1 of them, 2 of them, not 3 of them. What is this thing? This is a gun tug with no additional mounts. Okay. Interesting. Looks like they've brought 2 of them.
A little way to
3
add
of them.
firepower if you want to go with your tugs. Kind of put them in formation, double the C-30. I kind of
And
like it.
they had 1 empty cap ship. They had 3 of them. 1 of them is dead on the C point. 2 of them remaining. 1 of them taking E is detected, and there is a lot of ANS assets there to destroy it. And the other
So
one,
those assets might be a little occupied right now.
The
as
other
we see
one
Highball's
heading
starting to get opened up
D
on.
point. Oh, Hunter is already in range of this first Axford.
Getting
Although
that broadside
not-
off there, and 250 is kind of scary when you're a Axford. You can take some of
True.
those hits pretty well
Highball-
and shut them off, but still.
Highball
adds up.
is bow on, so they're going to be bouncing most of the incoming shells. Rail's coming in to provide some fire support as these
Rail's not
liners.
going to do the most against those liners, but still a little bit can help.
I thought those
Lost
were
plate
missiles
eating a
out on the.
Naginata
I thought those
too.
were missiles out on the liners. No, those are Naganatas out on the combat air patrol that was sent to protect the liners.
Take a look over. Jackal Flight
Jackal-
tried once again. to
Jackal
go after
got their
Quiz
missiles
with
through.
Desect.
Despite
Yeah.
taking heavy losses, they do get the strike through. This thing has
Ooh,
no
Reactor
restores.
Bloom incoming and no
Oh.
damage control team.
That is, yep, that's a kill. So they
Technically
can.
could scram that and survive.
If you
Question is,
scram
will
it,
they?
The thing is, if they scram it, they're gonna be pretty much mission
They
killed.
still got
they
that
don't have
whiplash
the.
drive,
They
though,
do
so they
still.
can still
yeah.
get around. So enough to step on a point. We'll see if that matters. Anyway, some fishtail missiles coming out here. Size 2 hybrids going towards the tugs on E side there.
These were from
Little
the
bit of behind
backpack
valves.
of Highball's Axford, I believe, correct? Yes.
Looks like it. That or it was Highball. Yeah, Highball had the
These
backpack.
are Command SAR H. No track on the ship they're firing at. Only a burn through track. Those are gonna miss.
Swing and a miss. Jamming gonna do that away. E point is capped by the OSP. Worth noting, A point is capped by ANS, B point and E point are capped by OSP. No one has managed to step onto the C point or D point yet.
Speaking
Looks
of
like Xenophon
D,
might
an
be trying
empty
it now.
empty ship is stepping onto the D point though. Although Quiz has played this this gun capper really wide and is using it as looks like a defensive asset. It has been locked though. I believe it's by this. No, it's not. What has locked you? Oh, MMT up above. That's what's locked
That
in.
would do it then, yep. So MMT to see off that defensive asset overextends a bit, trying to contest that point. So
Also, gunfire support from this strange gun tug as well, providing fire support. I want to know what the idea behind these gun tugs is.
I think
because
it's
you
just
know,
added firepower.
is it-
Size 3 hybrids coming out here towards D point, looking for that. These are expensive anti-tug munitions if I ever saw them. EO gonna find that shuttle and see it off before it gets that cap in a second.
those are EO awake. Yeah, that's a dead capper. D point is
it's
denied.
dead, Jim.
However, I don't think that Quiz is gonna live here.
Yeah.
That MMT is going to mop up that ship pretty quickly here.
Speaking of mop up, Blackjack and Eagle Flight's airborne. They've got a bunch of bombs in their payload bay. A couple of them have some anti-craft munitions, though. Gonna clean up Fencer pretty handily. Look for something else on that
It's
side
like
of the board.
Blackjack is providing support for Eagle here, as Eagle, yeah, Eagle's just a bombing squadron, perhaps maybe going out on
Interception
the
and then bombing
tug.
subsequence.
MMT
Command
gets
seekers onto
commands.
that.
Yep, that target is
That's
locked.
a
Those
very
should
dead
hit. Yeah,
tug.
that
Or, Corvette.
that Corvette is not going to. Yeah, it's gone.
Good night, Sweet Prince.
I love it.
Does get a drive overload coming in 2 minutes, so we'll
Eagle
watch that.
though has the bombs. Are committing onto this this tugboat here. The tugboat's Pavis is an arc. Might be able to.
Oh no, it's
defend.
probably not set to area. They're right on
Oh,
top
no,
of
it's
it.
not. It's
gonna
not.
Shoot them.
Oh
Bomb's
no!
gonna find their way in.
Is it enough? It lives.
Snipes the rapid locker, which is not essential. Reinforced drive does survive, so we'll live
Reinforced
to see another
drive
day
in
for
the
a
big
moment.
slot, absorbing all of the damage. Looks like Eagle Squadron though they still have bombs though. If they circle back around, they can. Yeah, they're on high burn. Looks like they're trying to get distance so they can circle back around and make sure that tug is dead.
It
But
is
by the
worth
time they
noting,
do
though,
that-
tug actually, hold on a second, that tug is undetected
Oh.
because the spyglass was killed earlier, so they have to swoop around and then get
Yeah,
their tasking
Eagle
right with
Eagle's
just local
swapping
radar.
back around. That's why they went out so far. But it looks like D Point's gonna get capped before Eagle Squadron can get their bombs off. Yeah,
Bomb
they're
is
gonna get
going
the kill.
through.
They're gonna get the kill, but unfortunately for them, not soon enough to deny D. I think those are gonna kill this tug. Yep.
There's
All right.
the crippling hits we
it took
expected
it took to the last one to actually kill it, and I got really surprised there for a second. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this thing gonna survive?
Does mean, though, OSP currently sits on a 3 cap, ANS holding only the 1. Frontline fight has kind of developed on the E point, but still, ANS playing it very far outside.
Yeah,
the map,
these
kind of just
Axfords-
relegating themselves to their deploy zone.
These Axfords are way wide. Hunter with the close range liners here in the middle of the map, very much discouraging ANS to do any pushes at all.
So I talked a little bit before about how teams will develop one side of the map, then kind of cut across that middle, trying to play 3 lanes. Hunter doing exactly that here, as we see they've just controlled this middle space, projecting a kind of no-go zone for 8 kilometers or so around them. ANS in turn forced into open space where they can dodge around and generally evade fire, but they need to find an angle to push into and commit their forces. Otherwise, they're just going to find themselves relegated to the outside of the map as OSP holds their 3 cap.
OSP also might be able to get C here. It looks like they're electing not to. They don't have a lot of assets up there other than the monitors and liners, and there is still that beam keystone overwatching the point from Quiz. That being said, though, if they can get a light asset onto the C point, it'll force the keystone to go out of cover to the monitors and liners to deny it.
Xeno does have tugs nearby, but might not want to be committing them, worried about potential beam coverage or
Right.
missiles up there.
And I mean, honestly, if you're OSP at this point, you might as well just play defensive. You have the cap lead, you have the point lead. You're in a very advantageous position with ANS being pushed so far out of position, wide on the E flank here. Until ANS makes a move, you're pretty safe to just kind of turtle and play defensive.
Bold Flight looking to find Eagle near the A point here. He's going to be a bit of a awkward fighter engaged as they quickly unmask around a rock. Bunch of missiles getting wasted.
Going into
Just has a
rocks.
gun capper nearby to help, but 14 Barracudas versus 6 Tantos.
These
My
are
money's on the
loaded
Barracudas.
with- Yeah, these are 20 mil, 35 flechette. They should be able to clean up the outnumbered Eagle Squadron. Although that being said, Eagle Squadron maneuvering on high burn around this rock, deciding not to commit, trying to stay in cover as much as possible. It should also be noted that
Trying to give
Eagle,
him the runaround, but
yeah, Eagle
gotta
is
be
the
found out here.
returning bomber squadron, so they do not have many anti-craft things at all other than the 20 millimeter gun. Yeah, they're just gonna get picked apart by Bolt. Fire support
Yep.
from the shuttle is. Not the shuttle, the sprinter is definitely
Corvette does
helping.
pick up
but...
one Fencer Flight, though. Going to say something about this coil gun and 35 mil gun pods.
Whoa!
You
Don't
those
see.
very
Yeah,
often.
that's certainly a decision. Normally you just see missiles on Tontos, but Yeah, Bolt. It looks like Bolt has Bolt has detected Fencer and is electing to leave.
Yeah, they got their
Although
pickoffs. They're gonna try and stay with them. Eagle Flight
Eagle still
in
has
pursuit
20. Yeah,
though,
Eagle
getting some
has 20
splashes
mil.
here.
As long as Bolt doesn't engage Eagle, Eagle can just fire at will with the 20 mil.
Bolt retreats back, does some things. Quiz moving their police pair from the C point over here onto the D side, trying to develop.
Oh,
that
but Bolt
avenue
turns
of battle
around.
space a
Bolt
bit.
turns around.
Yeah.
Splashes Eagle. Looks like they're trying to clean
Trying
up
to
Eagle
burn
so
commit
they
on
can.
target.
They're committing on Defensor Squadron.
So Coiled Toes square off against like 20 mil and 35 mil in close quarters here. Even split so far as both teams just tearing each other apart in the skies.
It's like the advantage
Fencer down to
is
9,
OSP. Yeah,
Bolt to
advantage
11.
OSP. Fencer losing a lot of craft really quickly there. The lack
Bolt
of
has
missiles.
that strength in those close quarters brawls with the 35 mil and the 20 mil just holding down the trigger versus Fencer
Razorback
kind of on the joust.
appears to be diving from the front. No, Razorback is getting engaged by. That is a lot of Barracudas here. 14
Oh yeah,
plus
Hot
18.
Rod and Jackal top of the map. 18 and was it 14 at first. Jackal has bombs, which is going to hurt their maneuverability a little bit, and they're stuck in the dogfight. Wanting to go for that push. Quiz with the Aurora Frig got to be cooking away at this blob as well.
Bolt Squadron finishes up. They have killed the entirety of, I think that was Fencer Squadron down there, as Blackjack starts taking heavy losses from Jackal and Hot Rod. Jackal is bombs. They're going for the police frigs. R1
Bombs
rockets
are
out.
away, going to be finding rockets as well. That is a strike and a half right there.
Rockets to stun and bombs to finish. Jackal is going to make short work of this poor frigate here. Electing to
Frig is
go. Oh, no,
crippled.
Jackal pulls back, not dropping their bombs. The bomb's not
Sweeping the last
authorized.
of the skies.
The bombs
There
are
we
not
go.
authorized. Huh.
Probably just trying to finagle. Don't need to overkill anything like that. So we'll see if they go for any other run or not.
That was a lot of Tonto losses from ANS here, although they still have a lot of squadrons up in the back of the map here.
Decap attempt is tried, but Heaven-based, aka Herman, on the quick approach to that, going to be firing their T-30s with 100 mil. Going to see the immediate thruster knockout on that Sprinter, as is tradition. I swear you look at things and that breaks.
It's a hitbox twice the size of the rest of the ship for some reason.
Yeah.
So you take one bullet and it dies.
Yeah.
The rest of the
We're gonna
ship,
see
the
that
rest of
quickly
the
enough.
rest of the ship won't be far behind, unfortunately, for Quiz with how much 100 mil there is.
Going to see,
I think
once
it's
again,
gonna-
frontline fleet
is it
able to
gonna-
sweep out through a cap fleet.
I think it's gonna swing off the point here. Yeah, it is.
Just drifting. It is not under commit. No,
It's
it does still
under
have the
aux steering.
active.
It looks like they're trying to.
Radar,
It looks
okay.
like they're trying to get it out of there and keep it alive rather than
Yeah.
committing to the point.
So in the meantime, while all this has happened, the front line has existed over in the E point. Looks like Xenophon has been using their 450 on whatever they can get close to. Highball and Kelmy in turn firing their 450 and a couple of these 100 mil rounds, kind of finding some of the tugs, doing a little bit of work there. Still, E point has not been capped. Singular liner just providing overwatch with these tugs, going to be doing
Right.
pretty well there.
That liner is also pretty nestled behind cover from all of the Axfords. Although one of them, that being said, one of them looks like it's diving low. There is a track on the liner. Not sure how good the quality is, but the gun machine down low does have a solution. Oh, we have a
Kinda last
massive
on that,
fur
don't see a
ball.
lot
Massive
yet.
fur ball in the middle of the map here.
Holy, yes, indeed.
Oh dear,
All
here we
of
go.
the Santos coming airborne now as we see them diving. on
It should be
Barracudas
noted that
and
this
just-
engagement is happening within the point defense range of Hunter's liners here.
True.
Although these liners, that being said, the point defense on these
they're
liners.
running away. Hot Rod getting splashed and
Oh,
Bolt as well,
man.
diving out of the safety zone. Immediately just going to get swept as the Tantos take the lead and Lanchester's Laws kicks in. Yep, snowball to victory.
Oof.
So
Do
that's
any
a
of these
lot the
Tontos?
planes
Do any of the?
gone.
Oh, these Tontos have bombs. They're going for the liners.
Yep, here they come. Gonna
Whistler
be
Squadron
finding
bombs
on
out
one of them.
on one of the liners here, landing a couple hits.
Yeah. Toxic
Doesn't-
Mama taking some damage there.
Structure broken. Yep, the first liner is structure broken. More bombs go out. Looks like some on the obelisk. Although
Sunk
that being
Moose, the
said,
plasma liner, they're getting shot.
Hot Rod
low.
and Bolt still exist. They're still in the area trying their best to clean up some of these craft here. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job at shooting down the bombs. Hunter, the liner's colliding, knocking the guns off of target. Oof.
Hang on, something I'm just looking at here. I think the Hunter might have played this a little too greedily. I don't see any point defense on those liners. That
Yeah, no,
sacrifice is made to get triple, so
No, it's all 100 mil sidearms, isn't it? Yeah.
Fulcrum Flight, though, is getting cleaned up. The last stragglers of the fighters going to be mostly deplaning the
Yeah.
ANS in turn for this. What started as a great fight now
Massive
turning into a poor one.
massive losses from Hot Rod and Bolt. Although, yeah, that's ANS cannot be afford to be losing that many craft at this point after losing so many in the other engagement at D.
Toasty Medic still has a couple of fighter craft they're getting off the deck, but still big losses on both sides. There's just a furball pretty much like clears the skies in both regards. They have to quickly stop and reset.
E is being secured by
Mamba Flight,
ANS
here we go. Look at this rocket strike going on the hawk side from Highball there.
Oh, that's
R1's
a
not gonna get through the armor, but
that's a hell bomb. That's a hell bomb strike. Those have KBU-22s as a follow-up. The SDMs do clean up some of the craft. Point defense is on from the Axford. It's able to clean up some of these. It does not have any. It does not have any flak. Those bombs. Looks like some of them are going to get through.
Consequences of Greedford. Couple bombs get through. Knocks out the top gun. Not the worst damage, honestly. It's recoverable.
That Axford is fine, all things considered. ECAP is being secured by ANS here. They've put the lock vet on the E point to secure it. The monitor that was, the liner that was trying to deny it is still behind this rock here, unable to get out.
Looks like it was trying to focus its fire onto maybe following up on that bomb strike. Instead, it's going to be in the wrong position here for that.
ANS is going to get the cap here.
Worth noting over on D side, ANS mostly getting swept on their cap fleet. Quiz down to just their
Quiz
wounded,
has been very much bled of assets.
Ooh.
These
There's a
MMTs
fire
and
on that
monitors.
Spyglass Frig that will eventually burn it down, and then Quiz has just got a singular naked capper, so...
Hunter pushes one of their liners out with its guns facing in the wrong direction.
Yeah, looks like trying to get that angling and just not quite having it might be a formation issue there.
Oh, luckily for Hunter, only one of the Axfords is in firing arc of the liner, and it's the one that just had its top gun removed, so...
True enough.
Although that being said, I think a couple of the other Axfords are running around the corner here. Yep.
What is this? Missing power. What the hell?
Toasty still has...
Highball ship's apparently missing power. Weird.
Which one?
Yeah, Toasty does have a couple of planes, like you were going to say.
The Axford
There's not
is
that
powered
much
down.
left in their bank stuff for a triple carrier like that.
Oh, the Axford's powered down. It lost one of its micro reactors on the wing.
Ah,
from the
that's
bombs.
what was doing it. Yeah, that's the one. Good spot.
It is. It does have the restores to bring it back, and it is doing so. So it should be fine. ANS does manage to take it to a even cap here, although with the lead that OSP has. Yeah, Herman is committing one of the monitors to C point. The beamstone that was guarding the C point looks like it pushed out behind cover and just got obliterated by the liners.
Yep. That's the risk you get. Again, that 8-kilometer death range for that 250. If you're a slower, slightly larger target like those destroyers, very squishy, especially against HE rounds in the 200. Heck, just HE rounds, period, against destroyers. Herman walks onto the point here, uncontested, able to commit singular asset and try and get that third cap going. So
that monitors, yeah, should have no problem taking the point there. There is nothing that ANS has up there to stop that from happening. And it looks like one of the
flight over here has a lot of bombs on the E point side. Might be trying to sweep into Xenophon's Bulker behind this. They know that there's not that much nearby as they've cleaned up a lot of the right side of the map here. 36 KB-15s and 18 KB-22s. Does Xeno have point defense? Let's find out. They have two Pavises. One of them is inactive due to getting shot up. Kalmia moving into position with the Brain Bullet to immediately follow up on a bomb strike here as we see Toasty go over the top. Going to be committing their attack order now. Flak rounds coming out, but they're trying to go for this hell bomb.
No actual proper point defense on this liner. Pretty common,
anyways.
But I don't think they had enough run up. Hot Rod Squadron, yeah, Hot Rod Squadron pulling back. AMM's out.
AMM's ahoy.
Splash 4 by the looks of it.
Yep. There goes the Pavis starting to kick on there for a second, just trying to get itself into arc.
Oh, it did have a Pavis, perhaps forgetting
that. It's
that...
just on the nose out of arc, unfortunately. That's the issue.
I see.
I believe it had another one just that was...
Hot Rod diving in, yeah. It looks like they're diving it at an angle that is out of arc of that Pavis. Nope, the Pavis just has arc. I do not think it's going to be able to splash enough targets
to get that bomb. Let's see if they get it.
The bomb
they
hits.
should have the run up.
There they are. Okay.
There's the release. A couple of them out. A couple others not quite getting it. Still, that's enough bombs going to be getting through here. There you go. Good damage dealt here. A bunch of that into
A
the
lot of
structure.
them-
Not broken yet, but
A lot of
still
them
damaged.
hitting the like communications array that has no hitbox on the liner, doing no damage.
Ooh, yeah, big
Unfortunate.
crane and tower on the back
Yeah.
of that thing. So
Absorbing the damage. Love to see it.
yeah,
Crane tank is
C-point
alive and well.
swing over. A couple size 2 hybrids. These fishtails coming out, going after the tiny dandy.
These are
monitor
commands
here,
SAR
one in and
H.
Ahoy.
There is no illuminators out, and this monitor is not locked. I do not. Oh,
Whoop,
one
A
hit.
little bit of interesting there.
Oh, couple
Takes
hits.
out the belly
Take out
gun,
the plasma
but
cannon,
fine
but
otherwise.
restores on that monitor, not a problem. They can just restore it.
Down to the 8 point, though, we're going to see Xenophon going to be moving their way onto that.
Ah.
Again, ANS losing their Kappa presence here and a lot of their screening to go with it. Axfords are developing that E side, trying to punish Xenophon over there, but at the same time, OSP has had total control of the map. Hunter holds down the middle of it and allows a 3 cap across the A, B, and C points here.
More
Missiles
fishtails
from-
out. These are commands primary. Yeah, those aren't going to see the ship here. They're just going to fly and do nothing.
Swing and a miss, maybe running out of fuel even, or getting 20 milled, yeah.
Oh, but that
Coming up
being
there.
said, Hot Rod finishes up the liner on E point. It is structure
And-
broken. One restore. All of its guns are gone.
Yep.
Any 450 shell into this thing is just going to kill it.
Just waiting to be collected on. That's what you want to see. The starting of the fight with the 450, the hot rod kind of supportive fleet there swings the fight. And it's just on your front lines to put it in the dirt properly.
ANS
nail it in the
really
coffin.
needs to commit to a push. They're going to have a... looks like Limos is getting the 4 cap there. Yeah, securing A with that tugboat.
So there's the concern here now as we see the 250 is going to be biting into Highball's Axford over here. A little
Right, it
plasma as
has
well.
been plasmid on the front. And that big flat plate by the Mark 68. Massive bullet
Instantly,
magnet. Yeah,
big
there
guns
goes the
taken
gun.
out. Yep. 250 AP, very good at this for the large hitbox.
Oh, and
Some rockets
Vulture.
for good measure.
Vulture
comes
commits
from
with
above.
rockets. Do they have bombs? They have bombs.
Yes, they do, and
they
they're
are
authorizing
lining
onto
up.
target.
I think the defender on the top, of this Axford knocked out. Nothing to stop these bombs from going through, and that Axford is gone.
Punished for the Greedford. It is out of here. So it is worth noting, though, that OSP did kind of pay for that. The Sunk Moose, the Plasma Throngler is, I believe, the term that we use for that. It is losing a lot of its plasma guns and has been structure broken, so might not survive to can open these other 2 Axfords. Still, though, that's
This monitor swarm does have plasma on it, though, and they're
Ooh,
in the
good
same
point as
area.
well on
These
that.
monitors should be able to put out enough plasma for the 250.
I was about to say as well, it's like, do you need to kill off these Axfords as they've relegated them to the outside of the map right now? And OSP still pretty healthy on the front line. 5 monitors and like 2 liners still is on more than these Axfords can put out for a good amount of time there.
Is
So Carmen
Kalmia
trying to get closer.
drive tanking with these Axfords? Both of them have their drives positioned like directly towards the liners and monitors. I
might just be a
Don't
heading
could
thing.
be a heading thing. I don't know if that's intentional.
Whiplash and Raiders with that can tank with a drive. It's worth noting. Typically, you see that build done for like a reinforced style. A little bit of a
Right.
weird one.
I
but
think
does
I think
exist.
this is accidental. I think that's a heading thing.
Most likely just Whiplash drive with no Dragonfly gonna make these things turn super duper slow.
Right.
Brain Bullet not even having the opportunity to fire because the jammer's committing on them, and the lack of sensors as the ANS cap fleet just kind of swept out there.
One of the monitors is locked. No comms jamming on these Axfords. They should be able to see it and open up.
See if they
Although
can
there are
get
no
through
fire,
it or
they don't have any
not.
fire orders. These Axfords.
Yeah, I think they're just getting zoned out here.
Oh yeah, they lost the lock. Oh wait, no. They still have the lock on one of the monitors.
I think it's the little lock vet, the carbonate from Highball that's doing that.
Does the
Able to
lock vet?
provide
The lock
some.
vet has antenna. Is it being comms jammed? No. These Axfords should be more than able to see the
I think they
monitors.
just don't have the fire order. Might have just been tasked with like trying to get heading or other stuff set up.
Perhaps.
unclear
Looks like
on
they're
that
going
one.
for B point by the looks of it.
D
Oh,
point cap
look at
is
C.
being attempted
Look at
now.
look at where the
Oops, hang on.
carriers are at C point. Look at this.
Yeah,
Two
they're
of the
trying to go
levies.
for it
Two of
while
the
everyone's
levies headed
distracted.
C, while the fleet
ANS
carrier on
desperate with the
OSP
4 cap
also
for
is heading
OSP.
C.
Oh no. D point, like I was gonna say, developed now as that very wounded ship from earlier, still trying to limp its way over, getting more fires before it burns down. CIC is on 7% as fire tick might kill this thing off. Still, Xenophon
Ooh.
has a little
That MMT
multi-mission tug
should
nearby.
be more than enough to deal with this. Yeah. Oh no, there goes the CIC from the fire.
Called
Oh
it.
no. Oh, that is
Ripperonis.
unfortunate.
So, funny moment there as you mentioned the carriers from ANS going to see Snipes also nearby. We might see these carriers just kind of square off against each other, trying to set on the point and exchange insults.
Carriers don't have any offensive weapons. They're just going to stare at each other. Although the two carriers being sent from ANS to the C point are completely deplaned, so they have no defenses. Did either of these carriers have radar? The
Don't think
OSP
so,
one
probably
has a
greeted to hell.
bridge master. The ANS
No
ones
power
are
for the
the ANS
ANS, no.
ones are like maximum greed carriers.
Zeno asking, did that just burn down? I didn't even shoot it yet as the decapper
Yes.
gets killed off. Just be like, wait, did that happen? That's going to be a fun post game. Yeah, Quiz saying
Yeah.
DC got killed a while ago. Okay, Hot Rod
Unfortunate
engages into
timing.
Arbiter, and Arbiter going to endily swing this one once they can get
ANS
arc.
just has no planes left to do much of anything here,
Yep.
as Snipes is just going to be able to clean up the remaining craft that they have. One of the Axfords
Just-
getting attacked by the monitors. It's broadside to him. That's not good. Within
Trying
plasma
to fire its
range.
guns now.
Does have a fire
but
order.
unfortunately just-
Still getting, these monitors with the jamming. Yep, none of them are detected. The Axford has no idea what it's trying to engage here.
As a Parallax could try and burn through. I thought one of them had an illuminator on it. Might have been the one that got taken out. Let's check Brain Bullet. Yeah, no illumination here to counter that jamming is one of the strengths of the Monitor Quintet, that you can get the very small radar signatures of these. What's the signature size? It's I guess they got a little nearby, but it's about 10,000. You can hide that behind the jammers. One or two of them is enough.
The
At this
rail's
range, you just
getting
start cooking.
rushed down by one of Hunter's liners.
Yeah.
All the way in the
And
back of the
OSB
map here.
recognized and just they have free liberty to go anywhere they want. Hot Rod Flight committing some bombs on a railstone.
I mean, you might as well at this point.
Completely guts the thing in one strike there.
C point is going to ANS here, the carriers on the cap point. Although
8-point contestant as well as Naked Capper versus the little gun tug from Zeno just hanging out down here.
E point looks like it's going to go into the hands of OSB here, the monitor stepping on the point, re-securing that 4 cap. As, this Axford is getting chewed up really quickly, being broadside to monitors.
Broadside lit up, focus fired by everything,
Hunter,
multiple angles, no
Hunter
escape.
also committing one of their liners onto the B point to defend it. Oh, there's the surrender from Cosmic Express there, as it looks like Limos takes this 2-0.
All right. It's going to be a 2-0 sweep with the elimination there. Yeah. Interesting game they're developing. A lot of fighter furballage, a little bit of the cap war on D side, the front line kind of like committing, and then just like 3 Axers being held off by, what was it? Just like the scariness of the triple bulkers and then the
Right.
450 bulker and the cap weight.
Hunter positioned those liners very well. Was able to just put them on a in a position to completely deny ANS from pushing.
All right, I think we go for post-game conversations now with the players and stuff there. Interesting stuff they're going to show how the map can be very dangerous if the enemy takes a center stage like that and then proceeds to zone you out, just keeping you on the outside like that. You don't have a good push angle in. ANS did have some tools, but just couldn't quite get them committed onto that, so they said head to event stage. All right,
head to
let's
event
hop
stage.
up there,
All right.
shall we?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Xenophon of Athens. These at Snipes. Herman.
Hello, hello.
Hunter. One second, sorry, there's a lot of things moving. My Discord is actually shaking. The screen is physically shaking. This is quite disconcerting. Hosty medic. All right.
Can we get...
Oops. Sorry, I'm just looking to have the players up on the stage for now.
Ah, I see.
So, first things first, thank you all for playing again. And congratulations to Limos. Commiserations to Cosmic Express. How do you guys find those matches?
It was really fun.
Yeah, they were good.
Those
They're
were
pretty good.
really good matches.
I wish we had a bit more aggression in the first game, and I very much wish we did not let a single LN stop 3 heavy cruisers in their tracks. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's kind of Honeycomb, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised that that map was still allowed in. I actually thought it got removed, but
Does it have like
whatever.
any pathing bugs or anything? Because
No,
that's all that's killed maps.
no,
is-
it's just it just heavily favors OSP because of that. Like you can push mid with like liner groups and monitor blob, and if ANS tries to push into
that
it
there
with
was
heavy
one
groups,
LN that if we had run over it, we could have continued to maneuver, but we let it stop us while we were waiting for fire support. I think it was Xenos.
No, the problem is if it's wedged in that corner like that, by the time you divert all your attention to actually swatting it, the rest of the team just collapses on you.
Yeah, it's a really that position in particular is really strong with that center spot, because then you just have a total crossfire on that east side.
Yeah, like it forces ANS to play the outside of the map, which makes it
Yeah.
quite easy in your decision making on how to respond to them.
Yeah, no, we were really hoping for a bomb pick on that line ship, and we actually had apparently a bomb release issue. They lined up and just didn't drop for some reason the first
There
time
were
around.
really
Two different occasions where I had the run up, I had the 2K, and I don't know what was being fired at my Tantos, but it was forcing them to switch to evade, which I think fucked with the bomb release.
It was probably the S1s.
Maybe.
Oh
I
wait,
don't know.
on my liners?
On the one that
on
was
on the
over by
midliners when I made the
Oh.
pretty massive
those
play,
ones?
I figured everything in on that, and if I can remove the liners, then that makes it easier.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I went for bomb release 1.7, and no.
I
Maybe
think
not
it was
quite
the
1.7.
combination. Like I think there is something buggy going on with that. I won't like.
Yeah.
I've been seeing some weird behavior, but I also think that because we also had craft there, when you do the lineup, they're flying in a straight line, and at like 300 meters, the Kudas just can't miss. So it like.
No, I know
either-
they can't. I didn't put all of them on bombs. I had I had ASF wings continuing to fight is what
I see. Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
the
don't know.
Kudas will fire. Well, I think they will, but I don't think they'll prioritize shooting the bomb Tanto if they're being
I don't.
harassed.
I don't know what the prioritization list is either,
Yeah.
so it's hard to say.
Me neither. That was painful for the bombs.
You did structure break one of my liners though.
nice.
I saw it, and what made me kind of fucking annoyed at the end of the day,
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know. It was fucking good on WZ.
Dude, I fucking hell died. Like, I lost all my crap. Like,
You
Looking
think you
engagement
hell died?
beat
I hell
95.
died.
yeah, but I was also in Hunter's PD net. Like,
What PD net?
Exactly.
why did you tell me to guard you? You're actually useless.
I had 6 bastions. Wasn't doing anything though. After just like getting into it.
I tried to bombshell stuff, but it doesn't. like,
No,
doesn't
it
do
just doesn't
anything.
anymore. I saw that though, and it did get me a little scared.
It
Yeah.
was do a little bit of
You know,
damage.
I mean,
There
at
was-
5%,
there was
if
a
you shoot
peak.
into
Yeah, into
100
the Giga
craft,
ball.
you
Yeah.
can hit something.
There was like a peak on Hunter that you were doing on, like towards our side of the map, towards Hunter, like you were like going around the rock to hit him,
Yeah.
and I bombshelled there, and I saw you pull back there, which is like, I think it's more of a psychological counter, like bombshell, because it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention to my beam, and when it was really like I misclicked and pathed it really outside the rock by accident.
Yeah, that beam DD was actually the one thing that I was a bit concerned about for the whole
Yeah.
time that I was there. It was
Yeah,
literally the
I
only
was-
thing that I was other than the craft, but you know.
The
Yeah,
problem
I-
was
No.
like getting track on it was hard, and I was on like 7K away, just couldn't see it. So I just bombshelled it and did nothing to it.
Yeah, I was hoping to beam the sides of the liners from the rock, but by the time I got my attention back to it, it was really too far out. Also, in the first match, I did manage to get a decisive engagement against the ANS craft, but I didn't really push on to try to find targets to strike against afterwards.
Yeah,
Were you the
and
carrier quiz?
I was the carrier and OSB carrier. In the first
Right.
match.
Yeah, you did really well. That one fight with our fighters, like, you killed, fucking, how much was it? Like 20, 30 Tantos or something like that in that engagement. It was quite a lot.
Yeah,
Like
but
2-to-1 disadvantage.
yeah, just a lot of SDMs and missiles.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. It's really powerful against that. So that was really good. I figured that by that point though, you'd spent so much time like getting ASFs up that you didn't have any strike at the
I
time.
did have some strike, but they went bingo by the time I won that engagement.
Right.
Which
Right.
No, and actually that first match, like, the monitor ball was a complete mispick, because Zeno with the CLs just flexing across the map, coming at us from every angle, was impossible to pin down.
Yeah, Yukon's good with CLs.
Yeah. If you had managed to catch me on one of the points, then I would have died immediately. Like, I would not have survived 5 minutes,
Right.
but
Let yourself
I just
like-
managed to sort of be like one step ahead.
Right, but with like a top speed like 25 meters a second, like the Acellos would be there completely on their own.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, the Acellos do win that fight against the CLs unless they have the crossfire with the CHs.
Right.
You managed to damage my CH there quite a bit because I lost front thrusters and I couldn't kite as well. So I did take a bit of damage. I lost the turret.
I was trying to run you out of ammo more than anything. Sit in that
Oh, I
sweet
was
spot
working.
engagement range, because I didn't know how much AP you had, but I figured I brought more, because I had about 800 shells total.
Yeah, I mean, if I could shoot the amends, I shot those, and I think that worked out okay. And once the CLs actually got the crossfire, then yeah, it gets rough.
Yeah, that crossfire we got on
I was indeed
on the
down
Acellos
to
there.
I was indeed down to 25 AP rounds there towards the end. So
I was looking, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the first game was pretty interesting because like I had 2 sundials, like high and low, but it felt like we didn't like have a lot of information on your positioning, which was really weird.
That
It was
is
just
exactly how we felt. Very funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'd craft like literally everywhere, but like I couldn't actually see any of your ships.
There was that MMT going around the left side, which like was just like hovering there just out of range of me for so long, and I had other things to do. I couldn't go kill it, but it was bothering me so much.
No, I enjoyed getting your natural, even if it costed MMT its existence.
Yeah, I mean you had to make a play, and that was a very good one. It just wasn't one that could, yeah, because
It wasn't
distracted the
sustainable.
DD.
It had nothing
Yeah,
to
it wasn't
follow up.
sustainable. Yeah.
Yeah, good games overall though. You guys played really well. I was pretty impressed with that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that. So thank you.
Couldn't fight you to a third match, though.
Unfortunate.
It's
been fun.
difficult.
Hey, if we'd gotten the third match, this could have been my promotion series if I didn't do it the other night. Oh, you bitey little shit.
All right. Well, again, thank you all for playing, and good luck to Limos in the finale. They'll be playing the 29th against either 1-800 Got Hellbombed or Colon 3. We'll be seeing them playing next week on the 22nd at 8 p.m. EST. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Everyone watching at home, to the casters as well, Scapegoat and Neko.
Who's the sponsors? Do we need to get to the sponsors?
We do not have any sponsors. Sorry, no
That was
sponsors.
a bad joke. You do not need to bite me for my bad jokes. I know you're mad because I didn't win.
Okay. With that said, I will now force you all to leave.
Bye.
It's the end.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
I'm gonna force you to leave, Astel.
games.
Move to audience. And end event.
All right, I want to get into a voice call with Neko to close out the stream. Don't know where they are. I just call them. That works. Ah, there you are.
Speak the devil. I was literally just about to like messages. Hey, any closing message you want to do?
No, not really. I think agree with pretty much everything they said there. I think they identified every little kind of detail we noticed in our casting about how the matches went.
definitely going to be interesting getting them the perspective there. Is like we can show just the third-person perspective. It's why I really want Neb to have a replay system, just so you can go back and like watch. It's like, oh,
I think there
that's
is
what
a
happened
I think
here.
there is a mod that lets you do that with like wireframe models.
There is the mod, but it's not quite the same as like watching
Right, that
it
is true.
back from the
Yeah.
other perspective. So
I don't know if that mod still works with the carrier update. So
I think it does, but it's kind of. Yeah, it carries
yeah.
that a lot. Anyways, yeah,
do.
fun doing co-cast with you. We'll
yeah, no,
definitely
this
do
was
this again.
this was great. We should do co-op streams in the future. This was really fun.
To see how we go through fleet reviews together. As we both
Oh
look at
God,
the same thing.
both suffer as people send us amazing fleets.
Yeah. Anyways, that's I think where we're just gonna wrap up these things. I'll get my videos edited, and you'll have your perspective edited, and we'll put them up and compete for viewership. Yeah, streamer rivalry thing.
I should. I am heading out of town like literally immediately after I end stream, so
All right.
it's fine. I can still pull the VODs from my laptop, so maybe Monday I'll have them up.
All right.
Don't
I'll see
quote me
when
on
I get
that.
mine edited. So
You better
for the
not-
folks at home, look forward to those. We have YouTube channels because I've got a thing. I'm going to shamelessly link mine here with a command. Haha.
Ooh, how
I really
fancy.
hope that works.
I just see
Okay,
exclamation
my command is
point YouTube.
broken. Excellent.
Well, I'm sure your YouTube is linked in your description,
Did
correct?
work. Yeah, you should be able to find us. It's same as our Twitch names there, so you'll be able to check out the rest of the tournament. We have a playlist.
Use the same handle on literally every platform. Very easy to find.
Thank you for that.
All right. Well, yeah, that was great. Very excellent matches
Showcasing.
today.
So, yeah, look forward to future stuff we do. Anyways, Escape, you have a good one. Enjoy your travels and stuff. Yeah, I will
All
catch
right.
you when I do.
I will see you around.